Alright, let me just type out what we needed in general chat. It looks like short stack might be alpha today, just seeing as how there's only 3 of us here. Everyone wants to join the other teams. It's alright. My feelings aren't hurt. Alright, BRB, you gotta grab some coffee. Yep. Take this time while we're out here waiting to meet Quorum. Which hopefully we meet by the top of the hour, by the way, so. If by the top of the hour we don't have enough people to meet Quorum, which is 6 tanks, or 6 to 12 tanks, 6 to 12 healers, 12 to 24 DPS, then we just won't have a run. Or rather, I will refuse to queue us in. Just because I don't have a plan to execute with anything less than like the minimum amount of those roles. So if I did take us in, even if we're at 26, if I did take us in, we just like probably wipe a lot at Slime Golem just because like I don't have a plan. I should make one though for low healers. Something for attrition run where healers are optional. One of these days. You know what? No, I need to commit. I keep saying one of these days I'll do an attrition run. And I've been saying that for like the last couple of months. I should commit. Let's take a look at a calendar while we're waiting here. Today's the 7th, the first Saturday of December. Maybe I could do it. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Is there anything going on tomorrow? DRS wise? Let me see. Nope. Here, I'll commit to it right now. There we go. Attrition run tomorrow. Details to be filled in later. There we go. Yeah, attrition any prog is scarier than usual because no one's getting rezzed outside of combat. But it's not a reclear. It's not a reclear. I'm allowing fresh folks to join. It's part of the magic of attrition any prog. Sometimes we get wiped at TA. Sometimes we lose people at Minotaur. And sometimes we all finish all together. Lateric. You don't play healer. Oh, to give this run. To let this run launch. Okay, looks like we met Quorum, actually. I'm tracking 6 tanks. 6 healers. And enough DPS. Public math, what is it? 12, 15 DPS. Alright, cool. So since we met quorum, we're gonna start prepping up here. So I'm gonna compress groups. It looks like Charlie, or excuse me, not Charlie, Alpha will be the short stack. I don't know why I said Charlie, but Alpha will be the short stack. So we're gonna rearrange some folks so we can get a nice distribution of people here. So that said, I see 4 whole tanks in Charlie. So 2 of you tanks are gonna be switching out. Let's see. I feel like all of you are new or newish. I was here last time, yesterday, or not here, but like in OCE yesterday. So, well, welcome back, Lino Sky. Also, welcome back. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. Oh, Syntax, what's your job, by the way? I know you're not a combat weaver. Sam, okay. Syntax. I'm gonna ask you and Iron Kaiser are going to switch. Let me type that. Oh no, Iron is here in voice. Iron Kaiser, can you join Bravo? And Syntax, can you join Charlie? And then Gunmetal Pendragon. Actually no, scratch that. I'm Ricken. Can you join Delta? I don't want to have like new tanks by themselves, so I'm Ricken. Go ahead and join Delta, and you will provide tank Aether Shield coverage for the entirety of Delta. Thank you very much. Okay. I am going to send Jevia Musa from Alpha to Charlie. So Jevia, if you could rejoin in Charlie as a Sage. You were going to Charlie. Yeah, you were going to Charlie, Syntax. I sent Aim Ricken to Delta just to provide tank coverage. All right, this is looking good. Good enough anyway. Bravo team, please figure out who's going to be your pseudo healer, because since the Pyrotea is by themselves. I know the Pyrotea has a lot of experience in DRS, but I still want to provide some backup like utility, just in case they go down either through a mistake of their own fault or if I give a bunk call, get them killed. We still want to have backup solution for utility. So have that chat in Bravo party chat. Figure out who's going to run pseudo healer. Make sure it's not like a unique like person. It looks like one of the 3 melee folks in Bravo. I would like one of you 3 to do pseudo heal. And actually, let me repeat this in Alliance chat, just so Nick won't be left out. Indeed, Fapata is listed as Lost Flare Star. That is correct. I am tracking that there's only a single caster in Bravo, but there was some theory crafting in which channel is that? Yeah, in the theory crafting channel, theory crafting and strategy, strat discussion, excuse me. That a black mage can Pure 4 and Flare Star, and it'll still be like damage positive over Fauna Magic. So I'm willing to try it. We'll see. We'll see how it works. We'll give it a couple attempts. So Pop is indeed doing that. So we're gonna collect some real life data, and see if that's like how viable that is. And it's not just gonna be today, because of course if you want to collect data, you want to collect multiple sets of data. So I'm not gonna restrict Lost Flare Star to like a team with 2 casters, but specifically it's just a black mage, because with the MP regen, like it would be impractical to have like a red mage or like other caster do Flare Star without like serious support. So black mage can supply their own mana, so that's about all I'm willing to try. All right, what else are we doing here? Okay, so I typed out in Alliance chat. Hopefully in Bravo, you guys figure out who's going to pseudo heal. Let's not have Pyrotea carry the heavy burden of utility all by themselves for Bravo, right? Try to help out. All right, here in Alpha, we're going to be the short stack. So yeah, just we'll figure out our game plan for survival in Alpha. I'm not gonna like require pseudo tank, pseudo healer just because we're short people here. So, all right. So that said, let's pick some assistants for the raid today. If there's a duty that you want to volunteer for, please call it out in Alliance chat. We need two melee DPS to supply Lost Rend armor, Rends 1 and 2. Duelist, we need a volunteer duelist. We need 2 people to bring Lost Perception, 2 people to bring Lost Shell. We already have a Flare Star, so no other caster should be bringing Flare Star. If anyone wants to do, excuse me, if anyone wants to bring a Lost Banish for Phantom, which is the only mob that debuff works on in this instance, please identify yourself. We don't want like more than 1 person bringing Banish. Alright, Syntax once again anchoring duel. I see a Rend 1, Bang Energy. I see a Banish from Lateric. Nick, Rend 2. Alright, let's get volunteers for pre and post TA trap perception. You don't have to be an expert or anything like that. I will tell you when to... Oh, Small Azumi's here. Nice. Good morning. I will tell you when to use perception. And if I don't get 2 volunteers in the next 10 seconds, I will use the dice in Alliance chat. Let me warm this up real quick. Is it dice? Okay. Oh, Iron Kaiser can percept. Okay, we'll have you do sweep 2 then. You're gonna percept before TA, since it looks like you'll be swapping in the Aether Shield afterward anyway. So, all right. All right, we need a post TA trap perceptor. 1 person to do it after Trinity Avowed on the way to the penultimate encounter. Alright, so here's the real Here's the real roll. Dice, how many people we got? 30. So 24th person in my list here. Who's that? So we got 6 people in Alpha. So 24 would be like Duke Ambrose, I think. In Delta. Duke Ambrose in Delta. I see you're here in voice chat. Welcome. You shall be Sweep 3. So according to the requirements, participate. Everyone needs to have a loss perception in the cache, not in the holster, but in the cache. So I randomly picked a person, and it looks like that's going to be Duke Ambrose. I see that. Oh, don't worry, it's okay. It's okay. If you somehow mess up loss perception so bad that it wipes the raid, then that will be my fault. Alright, that's not going to be your fault, that's my fault, okay? But since you're tapped, we're going to ask you to bring loss perception, take a look at your lost finds cache, and verify that you indeed have a loss perception. I have one. I have exactly one in the cache, so I'm meeting my own requirements to participate. But yeah, check. Yep, you do? Okay, cool. So when we go in addition to your like dancer stuff that you would bring as part of your minimum requirements, you would also include a loss perception. And then after you prep yourselves, after you do your pre-pop, after you do your set up your jump holster, you step away from the cache and you're on the stairs, you're gonna yell in yell chat. Well, you're gonna check your holster, make sure you have perception slotted in, that you're actually carrying it with you. Then once you verify that, you would say sweet 3, just like that in yell chat when we go in, okay? And then that'll be the beginning. You don't have to like slot it in or anything. I will actually tell you exactly when to slide it in and when you're going to do your critical must complete roll of sweeping for, well, technically it's not must complete, but anyway, yeah, you're going to be sweeping for traps after Trinity Avowed, right? So just keep that in your holster ready to go, and you know, at the absolute worst, I'll be telling you when to slot that in. Okay, so no pressure. Now Fumi, what are you doing? Are you hearing voice? Yes, you are. There's 7 people in Alpha, and you joined Echo. Like, why? Come on over to Alpha. You're gonna be my code tank. Let's go. Someone trying to be a special flower out there. Well, that's okay. That's okay. We're all special. And I don't mean that derisively. Alright, to continue, we need a Slime Protect. Well, now we have a full team in Alpha. Nice. Slime Protect. Oh, Speedwell. Let me. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, you guys are swapping? Alright. You guys figure that out. Man, Alpha went from 3-person short stack to duelist party. What is going on today? Oh, before I forget, I need to type in Duke Ambrose's name here in the list. Alright, cool. So thank you, Duke. I know you got voluntold, but thank you anyway for bringing perception. Let's get 2 volunteers for Shell. Pre-TA, pre-Queen. Okay. Syntax, got it. Alright, so I'm gonna random again 2 times here. The next 2 people out of 32 will be carrying Lost Shell. So this person, 8th person, so that's Naofumi, and oh, well, there. Fate dictated that Naofumi would be bringing, and Small Izumi. It looks like Naofumi and Small Izumi, according to those 2 dice, according to my list here, shall be bringing Lost Shell. Excuse me, I was about to say the wrong thing. Lost Shell. Alright. Izumi, just confirm that you see that and you're going to be bringing Shell for pre-queen, and then now Fumi just confirmed you're gonna bring shell for a pre-TA. Cool, thank you. And now Fumi confirmed you're gonna be shelling. All right, cool, good. All right, so it's already happening in party chat and alpha, but in all parties, in your party chat, please figure out who is going to start in Steel Sting, who's going to start in Spellforge at Queensguard. Let's not have an awkward moment where we don't talk that out, and then we're at Queensguard, and like suddenly we're like we don't have the buff for a team, or like both healers start in Steel Sting, they don't talk to each other, and then they both see that they're both in Steel Sting, and then they both switch to Spellforge, and then now your team doesn't have Steel Sting. Okay, it sounds like a far-fetched thing, but you know, a little bit of communication right here up front will minimize, if not eliminate, the possibility of that happening. So have that discussion in party chat. Bravo, I hope you have a pseudo healer. Again, I don't need to know who it is. Just hope that you have one. And then you guys figure out who's going to start in Steel Sting Spellforge in that party. Slime Protect Bubble. Slime Side Protect Bubble. Can I get a volunteer for this? And actually, while I'm talking about that, I'm going to steal... Yeah, I'm going to steal a... No, that's not how that works. I'm going to steal 2 people. From what would normally be Golem side. Well, I'm not stealing anything, but I'm gonna take a healer. Lay Tarek, you usually don't play healer, you said? I'm gonna ask you to be the 4th healer on Slimes then. Might as well make the best of it since you're doing something out of your comfort zone, which I appreciate. So let's teach you more stuff on top of that. So you're gonna be the 4th healer on Slime side. So let me type this out. Syntax is going to Golem side for perception as duelist. So I want to take another DPS. Let's see here. I'll take Nick. It's alright, quick things. We're good. Alright, cool. So Nick's going to Slime side. Syntax is going to Golem. And then despite that, all of A. B. Thanks and healers. And then Golem side will be Syntax and everyone who's not in Alpha and Bravo DPS. So Bravo DPS and everyone else is going to Golem side. Just all of Alpha except for Syntax, Lateric, Nick Cosmenberg, Bravo tanks and healers are going to Slime side. Excuse me. Cool. Slime Protect Bubble. Now that we know the healer's going to Slime side, let's get a healer to volunteer to bring Protect and Bubble just for the Slime side encounter, specifically to Bubble Protect our DPS. Well, everyone really, but both like DPS in particular, so they don't die to autos while they're out on the balcony while tanks are doing their thing. Me, honorary Ophi. All right, Ali Anderson, thank you for volunteering. Okay, and let's get a Golem side lead. I'm gonna take a look here. I'm gonna really try to resist picking Syntax. I feel like Syntax been doing a lot lately, which I appreciate, by the way. Fopta, can you take it? Golem side lead. All Alright, cool. Alright. So we got Golem Side Lead, Snipe Protect Bubble, Rend 1, Rend 2, Duelist. Sweet. You know what? I don't think I actually said it yet. If any DPS wants to prog the duel, you don't have to be an expert. Ideally, I will want you to have cleared, or at least seen Enrage, of the entirety of DRS. At least seen the entirety of DRS. Hopefully you have your clear. But yeah, if you want to prog the duel, please do not be bashful about volunteering. We don't get more duelists if we don't put them in and give them chances to prog, right? So Syntax is just an anchor. He volunteered like in case no one else as a DPS volunteers. So if you're a DPS and that sounds like something you're interested in, make sure you volunteer yourself. I'm not gonna force anyone to do it, but I just want to keep that open invite out there. If you're a DPS interested in doing the duel, please volunteer. We'll put you up for it. If you wipe, that's okay. It's just part of the prog process, okay? So don't be afraid to volunteer for that. And let me actually type that out because maybe Nick doesn't realize that either. Alright, cool. Okay. Go ahead and do your preemptive bios, get your copies, get situated, get comfortable, and let's say in like 3 minutes we'll start ready checking. So what ability do I have that is 3 minutes? A shadow wall and a reprisal. So get comfortable. You're far from comfortable, but so pumped. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, when my shadow wall comes off cooldown, I'm going to hit reprisal for another 60 seconds. And then we'll start ready checking. I'll have to go back to the VOD and see when we started prepping up. I feel like I don't feel like we took particularly long in getting ready here, but it's like 8 after the hour. So I just want to figure out. I'll have to check that later why we're losing so much time. Or rather, not we, it's me. Why I'm spending so much time out here. It's not like we were pulling teeth to get volunteers or anything today, so I don't know. I don't know why that's happening. Okay, I'm gonna do a reprisal here. And after this reprisal comes off cooldown, I'll start ready checking. yeah, for those of you who don't know Nick Kostenberg, I'm sure you guys know Nick Kostenberg by now. Like he shows up on a lot of our runs here on Lego, but he's not going to be in voice chat with us. Just as a reminder, because he's completely deaf. So if you guys have any messages for him, just make sure to type it out. But he's a good dude, and as long as like when I type out instructions to him, like he pretty much does them like almost flawlessly like the first time. Hey, you could be that dude. Alright, my reprisal has long since come off cooldown. I'm gonna start raid checking now. You have a dead ear, half deaf. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's not like I'm actually keeping track. Nah, in the game, like I don't know if I mentioned this, but I made a post on Reddit like I want to say a few months ago because I wanted to get insight on like the deaf players' experience here. Zohar and John Savage, let us know when you're ready to go. And like I don't think it's a frequent thing, but oh, John's ready. I don't think it's a frequent thing, but like deaf players do face like discrimination once it like publicly comes out that they're deaf in like a given like a PF or something like that. So like there is like some level of that happening in our game. So I just wanted to get insight on that experience. So to that end, you know, I don't want to exclude folks. And like one of our housekeeping, former like retired housekeeping, was completely colorblind. Like they're the ones who like whenever you hear me say sanguine clot, viscous clot in voice chat instead of red slime, green slime, it's because of them. Right? They told me that like I was saying red slime and they're like, I can't see red, Knuckle, which one? What's the name of the NPC? So that's why I say it like that now. So alright, let's see here. Yeah. Like I'm not gonna blame folks for wanting whoever they want. But like there's a little bit, well, I don't know how big it is. I don't want to say a lot of discrimination, but there is a non-zero amount of like ableist discrimination in this game, so that's why like in the I forget where I type it, but like I don't like strictly require people to be in voice if they're like hearing impaired or if they're in the same room as someone else. Like I don't like it would be like pretty prohibitive of me to do that. So Nick read that. He told me that he was deaf like months ago, and you know it's okay. We'll work with you. All right, I'm gonna ready check again. That said, sometimes like when Nick speaks up, it's like it surprised me. I'm like, is he transcribing voice chat? Because like I used to have a transcriber, but like I'm not running it right now. I think he just guesses context from what you guys are saying in Alliance chat. Yeah, just gotta keep your teammates in your thoughts, and if there's some kind of accommodation that needs to be done. I'm not saying that please, I'm not going to be like please accommodate everyone, but you know, your disabled teammates, like one fully disabled, slightly disabled, might like otherwise be like fully capable of doing the thing you need them to do if their accommodation can be handled. Zohar, let us know when you are ready to go. Oh, Zohar. Oh, they were super AFK. Got it. Part of that. No, that's okay. I didn't realize you were like gone. All right. Cool. 32 out of 32. Oh, see, I was about to disband by accident. Don't do that. I haven't done that yet. I promise I have coffee. Okay, we are going into DRS, and now go ahead and click commence. If you're alt tabbed out, please alt tab back in. Here we go. Yeah, this is serious raid. This is the most serious raid in the game. That said, we're just here playing video games. Okay, not that big of a deal. If you're like a new person, I saw a lot of new people in voice chat, so welcome. Don't be too worried. Worst thing that happens today is we don't clear DRS. Okay, there's always the next run. There's next week. You know, whatever. So. But by my metric, we have already won. Because we've entered the instance, and everything from here forward is just see as far as we can get. All right, don't touch these glowing circles. Those are teleport pads. Don't touch them. We'll all jump at the same time, okay? So right now, I'm gonna ask you guys to pop your Pure Essence, your Eraser, your first two lost actions. Go ahead, then get those activated and ready to go. Sweepers, shellers. Once you have your holsters configured and you're on the stairs, please yell out in yell chat that you have your holsters configured, that you have the tool that you said you're gonna bring with you. Look at all these rank 25 people with their fort raised and stuff. I'm over here rank 15 with nothing on. You know what I don't have to worry about? Buff capping. Although I have this EXP bonus buff here, I can't right click it off. I don't even get experience. We don't get experience in here, right? Are you TA Queen or Shell? Let me look at the list here. You are TA Shell. Thank you, Duke. There you go. See, you're already doing 100% of what I asked you to do, Duke. It's a pretty easy job, right? So far. All right, thank you. Now, Fumi, Small Azumi, thank you for confirming Shell. Let's get sweep 2 confirmed. Alright, Iron Kaiser, thank you. Okay, so behind the alpha marker, all of alpha except for Syntax, Bravo Tank and Healers, Lateric, Nick Kossenberg. And I see Nick over here behind alpha. That's good. Lateric. Where's Lay? At the cache. Alright, cool. And let me just confirm that our alpha folks, except for Syntax. Where's Luna? Oh, Luna's at the cache, okay. Alright, so all of alpha, except for Syntax, is either behind the alpha marker or at the cache. That's fine. Go ahead and continue your prep. Lateric, Nick Kossenberg are here behind alpha. Good. That is good. Excuse me. I promise I can speak eventually. Bravo, Tank, and Healers. I think, if I remember, that's Iron Kaiser and Zapire Tia. Oh, there's 2 tanks in Bravo, right? I was like, there's a pseudo something in Bravo. I forgot what it was. Okay, that's the 2 tanks. Got it. So Iron Kaiser and who else? Let's take a look at voice chat. Leno Sky. Where's Leno? Oh, there you are. Okay. I see you. You're just really dark. Is it because you're a Dark Knight? Haha. No, it's just because the lighting in here is dark. Bubble and protect. Actually, and Ali, it's not holstered. I would like you to have it actually slotted in right now, because what you're going to do is when we hop down to Slime side, you're going to be buffing everyone prior to the countdown. So it would make more sense to have those active right now. Yeah. Oh, you already do. Never mind. I saw holstered, and I'm just like, oh, you should probably have it slotted in, ready to go. Okay, waiting for cache to clear. Once cache is clear, we're going to do our ready checks. Okay. Cache is clear. Go ahead and run ready checks and report when your team is ready. I'm expecting Alpha through Delta readiness report in Yell Chat or Shout Chat. Alpha is ready. Delta ready. Standing by for Bravo and Charlie readiness. Charlie is ready. Be aware there's a AFK, anti-AFK measure in this dungeon, by the way. Don't go AFK for too long, get kicked out. I'm not gonna have people uninstance just to pick you up if that happens. Roger that, waiting on one in Bravo. Strictly speaking, full cure is not on the requirements, so it's not required. And as far as I'm concerned, it's not even like a nice but not necessary. It's just like if you want to bring it, you can bring it. I know some raid hosts like to require it. I'll buy their healers, but I'm not one of those people. Bravo, still waiting on Bravo? Okay, cool. Bravo is ready. Alright, all teams are ready. When I say jump, 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 Golem side folks behind the Delta marker, you guys are going to take the east jump pad, and you'll be taking instructions from Fopta Shikyo. Okay? I'm not expecting Fopta to be the sole micromanager of Golem side, just between Fopta and the other folks on Golem side. Figure out what your game plan is, and then Fopta just needs to make sure that no one is confused as to what they need to do, and then to make sure that all of you guys run your ready checks, and then Fopta will shout in Shout Chat that Golem side is ready once you guys are indeed ready. Okay, those of us standing here behind the Alpha marker, we're going to stay here in this voice chat, and we're going to take the west jump pad. Last call for cash, last call for appraiser. Alright, cache is clear, appraiser is clear. Jump, jump, jump. Golem side folks, go ahead and hop on down to Golem Gulag Gang voice chat, and we'll see you on the other side. Good luck with your encounter. Now talking to Slime side only, Slime side only. Go ahead and form up into teams of 3 north and south of the Alpha and Bravo markers. 1 tank, 1 healer, 1 DPS. Just pick a spot. And, yeah. There we go. Alyssa, why don't you take South Alpha? Thank you. Uh-oh, Ali's disconnecting.
It's not the Verizon man, I promise. The game just crashed, that's all.
It's okay. We need a healer up north on North Alpha. Lateric, why don't you come up here since there's no healer up here? North of Alpha, if you would please lay. Yep, check your map if you're not sure where north is. I'm not trying to be facetious, but sometimes people do get turned around in here. Okay, so Ali is going to take South Alpha. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me make a swap here. Zapyre, can you heal North Alpha and Lateric to North Bravo? Just because I'm not I'm not on my main, and I do need support if I pop Living Dead. Well, I will pop Living Dead. It's just a matter of how many times. So I'll run a resistance potion to help with the healing. Be aware, Zapire, I might blow up again in the northwest room if there's a second explosive trap in that room. So I should have like still like 3 seconds of time between like possible second explosion and dying to my own Living Dead. So just kind of keep an eye on that. But yeah, the timing's not super tight. At least I don't think it is. Not in my opinion, anyway. All right. So welcome back, Allie. Cool. And I'm gonna put some markers out here, and I will be referring to these markers. I invite you to open up your map, everyone, so you can follow along. I put some markers on the field. They should show up on your map. Okay. So the gist of this strat are our non-tanks will be pulling sanguine clots to specific markers. Let me issue Nick's instructions first before I proceed with everyone else. Okay. All right, so Nick's aware of what he needs to do. The gist of this is that our non-tanks will be pulling sanguine clots to their respective markers. Oh. Okay. So, need what? All right, I don't know. So to continue, our non-tanks are going to pull sanguine clots to specific markers. You're going to be assigned either the first or second sanguine clot. The sanguine clots will spawn in the 4 corner rooms one at a time. You either pull the first or second one based on your assignment, okay? The rationale that I'm following for these assignments is that I don't want 2 DPS to go through the north and south doors at the same time, because the sanguine clots will trigger a fusion if they're in close proximity. Well, I say close, but the trigger radius is like 10 yards. It's actually pretty big, right? Like if you consider like your unleash, this is 5 yards. So the trigger distance for sanguine clot merge is 10. Something like 10, maybe 8, I don't know, but it's pretty big. So I'm gonna have you guys stagger out of the north door in a certain order. So make sure you're pulling the sanguine clot in the order that I'm asking you to pull it in, okay? So with that said, Zapire Tia, you're going to be pulling the first sanguine clot from the northwest room, second door on the left, and you're going to park it on the Charlie marker. Nick is already briefed, but he's going to pull the second sanguine clot to 3. Luna Des, you're going to pull the first sanguine clot from the northeast room to the 4 marker. Lateric, you're pulling the second sanguine clot to Delta in that marker. So you're taking the second sanguine clot from the northeast room, parking it on the Delta marker. Small Azumi, you are taking the first sanguine clot from the southeast room, bringing it over to Alpha marker. Sylvie, you are pulling the second sanguine clot. Yeah, second sanguine clot from the southeast room, first door on the right, and you're bringing it to the 1 marker on the balcony. Okay. And then Ali Anderson, you are pulling the second sanguine clot from the southwest room, the second sanguine clot from the southwest room, first door on the left, and you're parking it on the Bravo marker. And Alyssa Avicenna, you are pulling the first sanguine clot from the southwest room, first door on the left. The first one that shows up, you're bringing it to the 2 marker, okay? If anyone has any questions or needs a reminder on what order or which marker they're assigned to, or like what you're even doing, please ask. So for all of our non-tanks, your instructions are to take your assigned sanguine clot to your marker, bring it down to about 30% hit points. You don't kill it, okay? Because If you kill it, another Sanguine Clot will spawn in a random location and it'll just trigger a wipe at some point. So don't kill your Sanguine Clot. Without killing your Sanguine Clot, bring it down in health to like around 30%. You're going to see tanks mark 4 Vistus Clots in the hallway. When you see us move into the hallway and pull those Vistus Clots out, that's when you can kill your Sanguine Clot. Okay? So I'll talk about tank stuff in a few moments, but if you guys have any questions about that, make sure you ask, right?
Real quick, sorry, it's been a little bit. For the original spawn points of the red slimes or sanguine clots, are those always determined in the exact locations, or they can be like a certain area around, like an area, like the southeast one? Would it be around southeast, or is it always in the room?
It's always in the room. So like you specifically, your sanguine clot, your first one, it's okay. Just anecdotally, I don't have like firm evidence of this because like I haven't been tracking it, but I think as soon as I like even before I get to the northwest room, your sanguine clot will show up in that room just southeast of the circle in the northwest room. Like, yeah, that's as precise as I can, that as my observation can be.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, you get that first one, pull it over at Charlie, and then keep yourself alive and keep me alive. That's about it. All right. To continue, let's mark some tanks. So what I am marking is the pull order. We're going to pull in this assigned order, okay? But before I get into that, I'm going to put a picture in Raid text chat. I think Iron Kaiser is here for the first time. So let me put this picture here. Well, regardless of whether someone is new or not, I'm going to put a picture in Raid text chat. The first thing we need to do as tanks is run over all possible trap locations with our invuln, okay? I'll be clearing the hallway, so those of you going north, oh, Leno, just remember, I think you got clipped yesterday from the trap in the hallway. Just make sure you give me enough space to, well, everyone going north really, make sure you give me enough space to pop the hallway trap. Okay, I might not like get it right away, just give me enough time and space to clear the hallway trap before continuing on northward, okay? But yeah, give your tanks enough time and space to pop their room traps, especially healers going into the corners of your rooms. Wait for your tank to get like far enough ahead of you to blow up the trap if they're going to blow up, okay? But yeah, tanks, take a look at Raid text chat. If you're not already aware, you're going to be running those routes. So like Iron Kaiser, for example, for the southeast room, first door on the right, you're going to go to your door. Like when I open the door here down south, the entrance to the barracks or whatever, when I open that door, you're going to proceed to the door of your room, the southeast room. From that door, you're going to pop sprint, invuln, and run in a straight as an arrow line from that door through the circular pad, touch the far wall, and then return to your circular pad. Or actually, return to your circular pad. You're going to wait for Naofumi, who's probably going to do it pretty early. Naofumi's going to take the first 3 Vistus Clots. After you see Naofumi take those 3, you are going to pull 3 Vistus Clots. Okay, the tanks are pulling in order. The first time you pull, you're pulling 3 Vistus Clots. The second time you pull, you're pulling 2 Vistus Clots. Wiggle check, by the way, don't get AFK kicked. The second time you pull, you're pulling 2 Vistus Clots, and then the final time we pull, I'm going to ask all 4 tanks to mark a Vistus Clot with the marker over your head. So you're going to, prior to that last one, I'm going to say all tanks mark a Vistus Clot in the hallway. You're going to pick a target, you're going to put your overhead marker on them, and then I'll give a countdown, 3, 2, 1, pull, pull, pull. You're going to go out to the hallway, pull them into your room, and then merge them up on your pad, okay? So when you're pulling Vistus Clots, either if it's 3, 2, or 1, please don't run out into the hallway and do your AE, okay? I know it's tempting to do that, like that's logically what you would do. You do that all the time in dungeons. Don't do that here, okay? Reason being is that the Vistus Clots, they're going to spawn in waves of 3 in the middle hallway, and they keep showing up, okay? If you're out here trying to tag a bunch of Vistus Clots and like those, like the next wave will drop on top of your head, you're going to get 6. And if you get 6, they're going to merge up into a big +5 Vistus Clot and blow up instantly. So I want you to single target pull with your provoke, with your unmanned shield lob, lightning shot, tomahawk from your door. Okay, try not to get the aggro of a whole bunch of Viscous Clots in the hallway. Just pull one at a time from your door. The first time you pull, if you're pulling 3, just single target 3. Once you get aggro on them, bring them into your room. Dead center on the circular pad in your room, okay? They're gonna start casting fusion. You want to let that fusion happen, right? So like Iron Kaiser, for example, you're gonna see Naofumi pull 3. When you see Naofumi exit the hallway with 3, you're gonna go out into the hallway, single target 3 Viscous Clots, pull them into your room, park them on top of that circular pad in your room, have them merge up, okay? And then you're gonna wait. Leno Sky is gonna pull after you. I'm gonna pull after Leno Sky. Naofumi's gonna pull after me. The second time, Naofumi's gonna pull 2. Iron Kaiser, when you see Naofumi pull 2, you pull 2. Again, single target. Leno Sky will pull 2 after your Iron Kaiser, and then I will pull 2 after Leno Sky, okay? And then the final time, as I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna ask all 4 tanks to mark the Viscous Clot. That's when you mark one in the hallway. You're gonna wait for me to call when to pull that final Viscous Clot, okay? The objective here is that all 4 tanks pull that final Viscous Clot at roughly the same time. Bring that Viscous Clot and like the big Viscous Clot that you're tanking dead center on the circular pad in your room as best as you can. Have them merge up, and then they're going to become a +5 Viscous Clot, and they're going to start like a 20-second cast of Rupture, okay? So your goal as a tank here is to make sure that we all merge up to +5 at roughly the same time, okay? Iron Kaiser and myself will need to be aware that there's a strong chance that a Viscous Clot, a green slime from the hallway, will just wander into your room through the door, like unaggroed, okay? That's not like aggroing you, it's just part of its wandering logic. It can wander from the hallway into like the corner of your room. It'll like wander through your door and then go and like just chill out in the corner of your room, okay? If you see that happening and you don't need to pull anything, don't like pull it by accident, right? Don't pull it like in panic. I've seen tanks do that. Just leave it alone, okay? It's trying to live its best Viscous Clot life, so just let it do its thing. If you want to pull it because it's part of your 2-pull or whatever, then that's fine. But yeah, if you don't aggro it, it's not going to come to you, okay? All right, so far so good. Does anyone have any questions? Was that you now? I was trying to remember. Like, I don't remember the name of the person who did panic pull it, but if you say that was you, then okay. All right. So with regards to Rupture, non-tanks, as I mentioned earlier, you're gonna see us tanks pull mark Viscous Clots. Once you see us do that maneuver, go ahead and kill your Sanguine Clot. Okay. Once you hear me say Rupture, it's too late to start killing. Like, it's too late to start killing your Sanguine Clot when I say Rupture, because when I say Rupture, it is time to sprint out the north door all the way to the east end of the bridge. Okay. And that's it. We're gonna wait for Viscous Clots to blow up, and if all goes well, all the enemies will disappear. All right. Anyone have any questions? Just to clarify, I am taking the second con. You are not killing it. You're bringing it over to your assigned corner. Where's Lei? You are northeast. So you are pulling the second Sanguine Clot from the northeast room, Lei. You're parking it on the Delta marker. You're bringing it down to 30%, and you are not killing it, okay? Or rather, you're going to delay killing it. You're going to wait until the 4 tanks are committing their final merge with the Viscous Clots. Once you see us doing that, you go ahead and kill your Sanguine Clot. That make sense? Okay. Sounds like you got it. Anyone else have any questions? Zapiratia, you are... Yes, you are first Sanguine Clot. That is correct. Also, DPS, make sure you're killing the Bojin Soldier. That's going to show up at the north and south end of the hallway. So, like, for the south end... Well, north and south end, but... I think both of the DPS south are going to be new. There's going to be a Bojin Soldier that shows up just inside of the hallway. To be super explicit about this, Alicia Avicenna, you're going to be pulling the first Sanguine Clot from the southwest room to 2. Okay. What you can expect to see once you're at 2, if you're pulling in the correct order, you're gonna be at 2 with your Sanguine Claw in tow. That first Bojin soldier that shows up just inside of the door to the south hallway is gonna show up while you're on your marker. As soon as that shows up, just go ahead and start killing it. Okay. Just go ahead and start killing it. If it moves to you, don't worry about that. It doesn't do a lot of auto attack damage. If you need to dodge the circle that it does, just walk out of it. Try not to dodge towards Luna, your teammate on 1, or not. Excuse me, not Luna. Sylvie. Try not to dodge towards the 1 marker, because we don't want your Sanguine Clot getting knocked towards 1. Okay, that circle that the Bojin soldier does will knock away both Viscous and Sanguine Clots. So just kind of be aware of that. Yep. And you guys shouldn't be on the balcony. You guys shouldn't be taking too much auto attack damage. If you do and you die from damage, that's not really your fault. I assume you're gonna use your second wind, your bloodlust and all that, but you shouldn't be taking so much damage that you die to autos, because if that happens, then it's taking tanks too long to do whatever we need to do. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and run ready checks. If anyone has any questions still, make sure you ask, but go ahead and run ready checks. Report when ready. Yep, spot right. All right, let's get a redo on Bubble. Let's get a redo on Bubble. Because the encounter here lasts 6 minutes, so you don't want it to run out like mid-combat. And Lade, just let us know when you're ready as well, since you're not part of Alpha or Bravo. All right, thank you. Alpha is ready. Standing by for Bravo tanks and healers readiness. I see ours. Are you reporting for Bravo or just yourself? Like, I genuinely don't know. Make sure if you're reporting for Bravo, just make sure you say Bravo ready. Alright, still waiting for Bravo to call readiness. Okay, there we go. Bravo, ready. Yeah, I don't like to assume or anything like that, because that'll lead to preventable wipes. All tanks turn on tank stance. Stand by for countdown. 30 on the board. All right, countdown is live. Let's get in front of the door. Remember, I will pop the hallway trap. Those of you going north, give me enough space to pop the hallway trap. Also hug the left wall if you're going north, so you don't so you can minimize the chance of aggroing stuff in the hallway. I'll pop the hallway trap and the northwest room trap. I don't have a elixir on me, so I'll be depending on the pyre here. Opening door, popping sprints. All right, hallway cleared. First Sanguine Claw's coming out. Cool. And thank you for that. Oh shit, let me get these. Got it. Second Sanguine Clots coming out. First Bojin soldiers coming out. Alright, we're good. I have 2 on me already, so. Okay, make sure you're pulling 3 for the first time you pull. Alright, kill every Bojin soldier that shows up. Okay, there's gonna be another one that shows up in a few seconds. Alright, I'm gonna pull the third of my 3. Healers, keep yourselves healed. Keep your tanks healed. You can bring your Sanguine Clot down to 30%. Don't forget. Just don't kill it. Okay. All right, now Fumi, go ahead and pull 2. All right, Iron Kaiser, go ahead and pull 2. Bojin soldiers are out. DPS, kill them, please. All right, Leno, go ahead and pull 2. Okay, I'm gonna pull 2 here. Actually, I'm just gonna pull 2 now. Alright, healers, keep yourselves healed, keep your tanks healed. Tanks, pop a rampart or something. Just mitigate these big auto attacks you're taking from your +4 Viscous Clot. Give me a second to merge up to +4. Alright, tanks, go ahead and mark. Don't pull, mark a Viscous Clot in the hallway that you intend to pull for your final merge. Alright, I see 4 Viscous Clots have been marked. I'm gonna wait a little bit for this Bojin soldier to get killed. Alright, on the count of 3, tanks are going to pull from the hallway. 1, 2, 3. Pull, pull, pull. Run out. Go ahead and provoke your Viscous Clot. Bring it into your room. Stack all Viscous Clots dead center on your circular pad. Healers and non-tank DPS in the hallway, go ahead and kill your Sanguine Clot. Prioritize killing the Bojin soldier, though, okay? If another Bojin soldier shows up, make sure you're killing that. Okay, Rupture. Everyone pop sprint out the north door, east end of the bridge. If there's more bridge to your east, you are not east enough. Yo, Peloton has no effect during combat. Just FYI. Stack it up in the corner, healers, rescue someone who's running behind. Tanks, pop team mitigation, and brace for impact. All the way in the corner. All the way in the corner. All the way in the corner. Just protect small Izumi. Try not to get them murdered by this thing. Keep spam heals on small Izumi, please. Spam heals on smaller. There we go. Yeah. All right. Easy peasy. Good job. Check. Make sure everyone is alive. I see Laterix up. I see Bravo team is up. Cool. Go ahead and jump. Yeah, we're good. All right. Good job, team. So much instructions for like 30 seconds of combat. No, it was more than that was more than 30 seconds. That was like a minute. Good job, though. All right. And looks like Golemside is joining us back here in voice chat. So thank you, Golemside, for clearing your encounter. And thank you, Fopta Shikyo, for leading Golemside through their encounter. And Fopta, is there anyone you want to identify as excellent contribution to your Golemside clear?
Everyone did excellent, especially I believe Gunmetal Soul is a new tank, so he did excellent.
All right. Who was it?
Gunmetal Paragon, not Gunmetal Soul.
Gunmetal Pendragon. Got it.
Pendragon,
Cool.
yeah.
All right, so thank you, Gunmetal Pendragon, for your contribution to your Golemside clear, and thank you everyone on Golemside for clearing Golemside, and then thank you, Fopta, for leading Golemside through the encounter. All right, go ahead, and thank you for everyone, every single person in Slimeside for doing your piece of the puzzle, so we can get through here. All right, everyone, take a look at the bottom of the stairwell here. There should be 2 chests. If you're not looting, if you're not personally right-clicking these boxes to get the loot, you are not getting any loot today. Okay, so make sure you loot all boxes you see. There will be at least 1 box after every combat well, there's only going to be 1 box after every combat encounter from this point forward. Okay, so make sure you loot all those boxes, because I cannot loot those for you. All right, I'm gonna ball hog again as a rank 15 tank. I sure will. All right, quick things. Go ahead and reboot your machine if you haven't already done that. Are they question marks in party chat at the moment? I'm assuming that they are. Okay, but yeah, let's talk about Trinity Seeker. Not really a whole lot to go over mechanics wise. With regards to Fourfold Mercy, I'll just call it out by the markers. So if I say 1, 2, 3, 4, those are safe sides from the midpoint of the boss's hitbox. I'm not actually telling you to touch those markers. I'm just telling you to dodge in those directions from the midpoint, okay? The key to victory here, and I saw people like going real far yesterday during OCE, so to minimize, not eliminate, but minimize the chance of you getting clipped by a sword, you want to minimize the amount of movement you personally do to dodge, okay? The less movement you have to do, the more time you can spend standing still and casting or doing whatever you need to do, okay? Excuse me. So, key to victory here: small movements inside the boss's hitbox. All right, a little awkward dance club two-step inside the boss's hitbox. Key to victory here as you're dodging the fourfold. Okay. If you've never been in a dance club, you don't know what I'm talking about. But you do that line dancing at the country club, 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. You can do it. It's electric. Boogie, oogie, oogie. Okay, this is all you need to do to dodge fourfold mercy. Anything more than this, and you're going to take a stack to the face. All right. Other than that, just follow callouts. Do what you think you need to do. Use your lost actions for this one. Try to time it with your 2-minute burst window. If you don't know how to do that, just use them whenever you see them lit up. Okay. Better to use them suboptimally than not at all. All right. Let's go ahead and get ready checks. All teams report when ready. And once all 4 teams have reported ready, we'll pop food all at the same time. Just like communion in Catholic Mass. I don't know if any of you grew up with that. I'm not particularly a church person, but I did have that background when I was growing up. Bravo ready, Delta waiting on restart. Roger that. Alpha is ready. Stand by for Charlie and Delta. Oh yeah, thank you. Click off your protect and bubble. If you were on slime side, just take out those buffs. And the reason being is we wanted to minimize the chance of you buff capping. You already have a lot of buffs. Those of you with those sweet rays, all of you at 10, 10, 10, and you got your pure essence, re-razor, reminiscence, duties as the sign. Like there's a lot of buffs going on. Okay, high chance of you buff capping in DRS just in general. So if you don't need a buff, it would be advisable to click it off. So protect and bubble, not needed here. Yep, all tank stances off. That's right. Oh, Scorn's not here? I thought Scorn was here. No? Okay. I was about to say, we're taking his job. Charlie is ready, standing by for Delta. I think we're waiting for Quick. Oh, he's just out there in the peanut gallery talking shit.
No, I'm here. Just reconnecting.
Oh no, I meant like Scorn. But yeah, Quick thinks you're here. Good. Okay. Waiting for Alright. Delta, go ahead and assert readiness. Make sure all your folks are ready. Cool. I wish that buff would go on the gear. I think the Eureka implementation was good for that. Anyway, go ahead and pop food. All teams are ready. Go ahead and pop food. Take a bite of your smoked chicken, moquecas, pot toast salad, totally unexpired 2-year-old Garlian pizza. If it's 2 years old, it's still good because it's later than Shadowbringers. So anything later than Shadowbringers, endgame food. Late Shadowbringers food is good here. All right, tank stance check. Only I should have tank stance on. All other tank stances off. Stand by for countdown. 30 on the board. All right. Good luck. Have fun. Welcome to DR Savage. Proper. Congrats again for making it past the door trash. All right. Let's see how I fare against all of you 10 10 10 DPS tryhards. Let's see if I can hold threat. 3 2 1. Let's get it. Use your last actions, use your potions, everything you got. Raid wide going out. Please mitigate for your teammates. Alright, fourfold coming out very soon. I still have threat. It's just facing down south part of the script. Alright. So fourfold is gonna be 3. 1 complex movement, 3-1. 2-4, 3-1-2-4. So back, front, back, 3-1-2-4. Here we go. Small movements. We're gonna do a little line dancing in the hitbox. 1, 2, and 4. Look away from orb. Get away from flower. There's the orb. Look away from orb. Get away from flower. Oh. Okay. Looks like I'm about to die. Let's get a tank to provoke here. Oh no. Never mind. We're good. Get inside the boss's hitbox. Get inside the boss's hitbox. Sides will not be safe. We're just gonna keep it right here. Alright, tank stack up front. Stack and share. Yeah, it's server. That was a server tip. For sure. Alright, clear front. Only I should be up front. Yeah, no one else should be up front. Otherwise, it would be a PvP situation. Alright, stay stacked up. Stay stacked up. Man, you guys are whipping ass today. We're gonna wait for this overhead thing to go away, then we're gonna break and hide, okay? Wait. Break your chains and hide behind a barricade now. Hide behind a barricade. Break and hide. Alright, that's my provoke. Don't panic. I'm just, farming threat as best as I can, trying to beat you guys. Alright, we're gonna do, don't do your burst, we're gonna disengage for a second here. Left side of 4, left side of 4, left side of 4. We're gonna do a big movement in front of the wall at 1. In front of the wall at 1. Right here in front of the wall at 1. Alright, line on 1, burst now. This is a stack laser, please mitigate. Alright, stay stacked up. Or actually stacked tighter even. Because we are going to bait a triple laser right here next to the boss. Try to bait it in as tight a spot as possible. Alright, here goes. Just walk out of that. Be on sand. Sand. Do not be on stone. Be on sand. Okay, 46%. We have not pushed. Okay, be on stone, triple earth breath, go away, rotate the earth breath around the middle. If it looks like it might be you, start moving. Don't shoot your teammates with that. Do not shoot your teammates with that. Next is gonna be sand and triple earth breath. Sand and triple earth breath. Point the earth breath away from your teammates. Alright, triple laser coming out. I'll walk out of the way for that. Nice shout out to our tight dodge teammates. Go ahead and be intercardinal of the boss. Intercardinal of the boss here. Intercardinal of the boss now. Boss relative. Okay, just gonna jump back to the middle here. We're gonna do our second set of dash mechanic, dash dodging. So hold your burst one more time. And we are going to return to a fourfold mercy. So while you're running around on the outside, dodge this fourfold. Okay. Alright, so from Charlie, when we come back, there's going to be 1, 3, 2, 4. 1, 3, 2, 4. Okay. Alright, here we go. 1. Burst now. 3, 2, and 4. Look away from orb. Get away from flower. Let's see if I can manage to not get frozen. Okay, flower stack. After flower, stack for chain, stack, stack, and break. Break your chains. If you started far, you need to go farther. Don't force your teammate to break it for you. Raid Y going out. Please return to the boss for mitigation and healing. I am going to point a tank buster out of the arena. Please don't stand with me. Unless you want to take a tank buster that you don't need to take. Alright, it's going to jump to the middle here. We're going to see a sand or stone sandwich with a fourfold kill. flavor of the filling is Nutella today. Alright, fourfold is gonna be 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2. We are starting on sand first, then 1, 3, 4, 2, then stone. Here we go. 3, 4, and 2. Finish on stone, finish on stone. One more random sand or stone after this. Be on stone again, stone again. Look away from orb. Get away from flower. Look away from orb. Get away from flower. Dodge the second grid first before dodging the laser. So grid first, then laser. Good job. Alright, get inside the boss's hitbox. Phase change to red very soon. Ray while going out. Alright, sides will not be safe here. Okay, make sure you're inside the boss's hitbox. We're gonna bring it down to 4% and hold to generate LB. So we can try to get our teammates up. So we're at 9%, doing good. Continue using your lost actions. Stop DPS at 4%, okay? Coming up next, we're gonna see an off-center fourfold mercy. Order of operations, knockback or hide. Fourfold, then chains, okay? Where's the untargetable avatar? Down south. We're gonna hide first, hide behind 3. Then after hiding, it's gonna be Bravo 3. Hide first, Bravo 3. 4 blank space. Stop DPS. Bravo 3, 4 blank space. Here we go. Bravo now. 3, 4. Blank. Stack the chain, stack. Break your chains now. Healer LB3 from the middle. Get to the middle, healer LB3, and kill the boss now. Raid Y going out. Good job, team. No safety movement. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you guys to kill it. I'm not gonna call out the next move. Kill it now. Use your lost actions. Put it in the ground. Alright, no one going forward after this. Only our duelist, who is once again syntax error, is going to scan for traps up ahead. Everyone else just chill out back here. Make sure all your teammates are alive. And once again, I will remind you that there are 2 chests. If you haven't looted them already, there are 2 chests at the bottom of the stairwell before this fight. Okay, if you didn't open those, then you're just gonna not get that. Everyone alive? Okay, I think everyone's alive. Make sure you loot your chest here at the north end of the arena, and we're gonna wait for all traps to be revealed here. Okay, all traps have been revealed. Mindfully, manually, make a right here and hold short in front of the door at Dahu. Do not go straight here. Turn right. No one should be going straight, except, well, people in Alpha who are buffing. So that's our dancer, and whoever else wants to help out with buffs is going to chill out next to the dual pad here. But everyone at the front door in front of Dahu, just don't go past that door. I see some people kind of inching forward there. Don't go beyond that door, okay? 0% chance to early pull Dahu if we're like all the way back out here in Narnia. All right, just chill out. We're waiting for RP text to show up. That'll indicate the start of the duel. Sylvivi. Okay, yeah, Cure Forecaster, Sylvivi, why don't you come over here to the dual pad? Don't actually jump on it, okay? Just you're going to give Syntax a Cure 4, coordinate it like you're going to start a fight. At the end of the countdown, you're going to like give raid buffs accordingly. Sylvivi, are you there? You're okay, it's fine. Over here, turn left. Or yeah, up here. Follow me. No, not Nako free. We're not a victory. So you're not gonna take this pad, okay? Don't touch the yellow pad. Be careful of these traps. You're gonna stand right here at the top of these stairs, and you're gonna, as if you were attacking a boss, you're gonna cast your Cure 4 on Syntax's instruction, okay? So he's asking for Cure 4 at 1 second on the countdown timer. Don't jump on that yellow pad, okay? That's only for syntax. That only allows one person to take it. And there you go, good job. You're done. Come on back to the door in front of Dahu. So the rest of us, we are waiting for RP text to show up that will indicate that the duel has started. Alright, there it is. So the duel has started. It is now safe to move up. Coming up next is Dahu. This is a trash fight. Please do not use your lost actions. There's no enrage to beat. So there's really no reason to go like whole hog here. Just use your normal actions. Try not to get clipped by any AEs or anything. Don't get killed by Dahu. Alright, just trash. Alright, I think all of our folks are back. Was Zohar the last person? Okay, cool. Alright, no countdown here. I'm just gonna pull because this is trash. This is dungeon trash. Let's go. So there's gonna be a bunch of puddles on the ground. Please watch your feet. Dodge all those puddles. So I have Dahu positioned here. He's gonna dash up north pretty soon. And then he's going to dash somewhere back south. After the second dash, he's going to cast a 90 degree fire breath. Okay, so here's the first dash. Second dash coming up, get out of the way. And then 90 degree Kono coming out right now. Okay, good job. Alright, now we're coming back to the middle. Alright, lions are out, numbers soon to follow. Do not stand underneath Dahu, make sure you have visibility over your noggin. If you have a number of dots over your head, go to the marker that matches the number of dots over your head. You go 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. Don't greed extra GCDs, get in place now. 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. Alright, focus on fight at hand, good job. Shockwave coming out, half room cleave, other side fires right away. Okay, get knocked back to a safe spot that your numbered teammates open for you. You know the secret jutsu. Feel free to do it. Nope, I failed. Fire breath, 5 breaths. Get out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. Coming up next is ads. Treat this like a long tank buster, high healing on main threat. And I just want to remind you, I'm a rank 15 with no fork stats. Good luck. Alright, Rampart up, TBN up, 30%. Dark Mind, because it mitigates physical. And Reprisal. Oh, actually Dark Missionary mitigates physical as well. Man, Dark Knight is great. Alright. Ads are back out. Repeating pattern, puddle, shockwave, numbers in that order. Puddles are coming out. Check your feet. Stand by for shockwave. Oh, I see a couple. Other side fires right away. Alright, check your heads. 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. Get in position now. Do not read extra GCDs. 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. Get in position now. Tanks, take a look at 3 and 4. If you get marked with a flare, you're going down south 3 and 4. Please don't be me. Please don't be me. Alright, good. Tanks to 3 and 4. Everyone else up north to 1 and 2. Healers, if you see someone get knocked into a lion, oh, I did it! If you get see someone get knocked into a lion, please Asuna them with your insta-cast Asuna. Alright, 5 breaths, 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 to go on. 3 autos on me, then shockwave. 1, 2. Shockwave coming out. Other side fires right away. Just kidding, because he's dead. Alright, check for dead. Make sure Dahu's corpse goes away, because there might be a dead person underneath Dahu. Alright, good. Alright, so we're working on a res over here. The next jump pad is 1 way, right? So if you forgot to loot something, this is the 4th box that you should have looted today. in this dungeon. So if that's not the case, then if you take the next jump pad, you're going to be missing loot. And there is no going back. You can't return in DR Savage. 2x Dune. It's alright. I think this is your first time here, right? Yeah. Don't worry about that. I mean, it sucks to die. Don't die. But, like, if you die, not the end of the world. Alright, go ahead and loot the thing. Well, go ahead and go to the next encounter, I mean. Not loot. Alright. Good job so far. This is going well. Knock on wood. I think the last time I said that, like, just shit hit the fan at TA and we wiped. So I don't like saying stuff like that. Whenever I see a one-shot res, I see it, but I don't say it. I don't say anything because I feel like as soon as I acknowledge the karma, we get instant karma on the next thing that happens. So hopefully we don't get instant karma here. All right, to continue, we'll put some markers out. All right, I'm gonna put a diagram in raid text chat. Healers, I'm gonna be referring to that in a few minutes, but not right now. The first thing I want to talk about with this fight is that this is a healer carry fight. So healers are doing a lot of stuff here. First thing I want healers, and I think we have a pseudo healer in Bravo, so this is you as well. Steel Sting Spellforge, have that ready to go. Get ready to cast that when the countdown starts, no earlier than that. Otherwise, it's just going to fall off because it'll take a few minutes to get through our pre-fight stuff here. But yeah, when the countdown starts, go ahead and buff your teammates. Steel Sting Spellforge, Steel Sting on your casters and healers, Spellforge on your tanks, Fizz range, and melee. There are some jobs that require one or the other buff because we do mixed damage, like myself, Dark Knight. We do mixed damage, paladins, ninjas, red mages, so on and so forth. So if you don't know who exactly to give it to, don't worry. You can give it to everyone, okay? It's not going to hurt a samurai if they get Steel Sting, okay? They can just right-click it off if they care about buff capping. But yeah, it is never wrong to cast the buff that is needed by the mechanic, okay? What that's for is that at 2 points at the beginning of this fight, the first pair of bosses we fight are going to go invuln completely to either all magic or all physical damage, okay? This is what that Steel Sting and Spellforge is for. I don't know what it is ahead of time. That's why we're prepared with both buffs in each team composition. All right, that's why you have both Steel Sting and Spellforge coverage in your parties right now. Okay, so that's gonna go on your teams at the beginning of the fight, and thus I would like to have you guys have it slotted in, ready to go. Okay, next let's talk about Dispel. During the first pair, the warrior does need to be dispelled. Since we're low man, I'm going to ask for 2 healers, or a healer and a pseudo healer, to volunteer for Dispel. So at this point, I want 2 healers to call it. Zapiratia Dispel. Let's get 1 more healer to volunteer for Dispel. Jevia Musa. Okay, cool, that's it. I don't want more than that because we still got a lot of dungeon to go through here. So Zapiratia, Jevia Musa, you 2 will be dispelling. Thank you for volunteering. So in addition to your Spellforge Dispel, the other slot will be Dispel, okay? If you have to overwrite a Lost to Rise, then just get it done, because the Dispel is important here. Alright, but yeah, Queen's Warrior will cast Boost. Every time it casts Boost, just Dispel the buff. Don't pre-cast it during the Boost cast, and then like forget to actually remove the buff. I've done that before, that's why I say it. So yeah, just Dispel. I'll call it out whenever it needs to be dispelled, but yeah, you're dispelling the boost. Okay, now, one more thing. Healers and pseudo healer, go ahead and call out your reflect plan, okay? At the very end of this fight, and I'm going to be referring to the diagram in raid text chat now. At the very end of this fight, if you can recall in normal mode, the 4 bosses return to the field. They start doing that directional parry thing, okay? Same, or rather similar thing happens here in Savage, except that in addition to that, there's going to be some there's going to be 12 spirit spheres that show up on the field that need to have their damage reflected back to them. Otherwise, they explode for high damage, give everyone a damage down, okay? So to that end, I have a diagram in raid text chat with reflect positions labeled as A/1, Alpha/1, Bravo/2, so on and so forth. Just call out a letter or a number from Alpha to Foxtrot, 1 to 6, whatever you want, indicating which pair of orbs you will assume responsibility for, okay? All healers and pseudo healers are required to have 2 fights worth of reflect here. This is going to be one of those 2 fights, alright? Alpha, Foxtrot, reflect, Delta, Bravo, Charlie. Let's get an Echo reflect. Any healer or pseudo healer, please call out Echo reflect. I don't care if you're new. Alright, okay. Echo reflect covered. So Charlie, Alpha, Foxtrot, Bravo, Delta, Echo. Cool. All reflects are covered. That's gonna happen at the end of the fight. If you weren't already aware. Okay, all tanks up front. We're gonna give out some responsibilities. All tanks up front. I don't care if you're new or low experience. Let's see who among us has the most experience. I think it's you. See, here's story of my life. If you stick around long enough, eventually you get promoted just by seniority, okay? But also Nafumi, you've been doing a good. I don't want to imply that you're old and that's why you're second main tank here. But anyway, yeah. Myself and now sometimes it's like that though, okay? Story of my life, at least in the Air Force. But yeah. I'm gonna be West tank now. Renata Victory is gonna be West tank now. Fumi Azadi is gonna be East tank. Let's see. We have new tanks here, right? I'm gonna pick. You guys are gonna do something important. Oh, we got 2 here. You both will be doing something important. All right. Do we have any more new tanks? All right. I think that's it as far as new tanks. Let's see who has the least experience here. To my knowledge, anyway. I'm not saying that it's a fact. I'm just saying it's as far as I understand. All right, cool. Leno Sky, odd person out. Just be ready to jump in for one of the 4 Aurasphere tanks if they happen to die mid-fight. Okay. So our 4 tanks, Smart Chain and Target to ignore 1 and 2, are responsible for Auraspheres at the end of the fight. At the same time as our reflectors are reflecting on the field, there's going to be some Auraspheres that periodically show up at the north and south ends of the arena. So the south Aurasphere shows up like right here, and then the north Aurasphere shows up in a similar location up north. All right, our chain pair is going to be responsible for tanking the Aurasphere up north. Our target to ignore red no-no sign is responsible for South Aurasphere. 1s go first, 2s go second. So what that means is that Gunmetal Pendragon, at the end of the fight, near the end when the 4 bosses come out, there's going to be an Aurasphere that shows up at the north end of the Aurasphere. The reflect orbs will show up first. Just, I want you to turn your tank stance on and get just south of the Alpha marker, ready to take an Aurasphere. There's going to be like a glowy ball with the name Aurasphere. I want you to turn your tank stance on, provoke, spam your threat tool. That's your Tomahawk. That's your Tomahawk. So you're going to provoke, Tomahawk. When your Aurasphere dies, because your DPS teammates will actually be the ones doing the damage to it. When your Aurasphere dies, you're going to get a red or an orange marker over your head, excuse me. I want you to home gang that orange marker. That is a single target tank buster. There's no area component to it, so it's not like you have to watch who's around you. Okay, that's going to explode for like a trap, an explosion trap's worth of damage on you. So make sure your home gang is up, ready to go as soon as you see that orange marker show up over your head. A good rule of thumb is that when your Aurasphere dies, just home gang at that point. Okay. Similarly, Silvaria Paris. You're taking the first South Aurasphere. You also will turn your tank stance on, provoke, spam your Tomahawk until your Aurasphere dies. DPS will kill yours. Once your Aurasphere dies, orange marker shows up over your head. invuln that, home gang that, and then turn your tank stance off. Okay. After that, we're gonna do some damage on the bosses. The second wave of reflect orbs will come out again. This time it's going to be I'm Ricken and Iron Kaiser will be taking the second north and south orbs respectively. You guys are going to turn your tank stance on, provoke, spam your threat tool until your aura sphere dies. When your aura sphere dies, pop it invuln, and you'll absorb the damage from the spiteful smite. Okay. Go ahead and wiggle check, everyone. Wiggle check, move around, don't get AFK kicked. Alright, cool. So far, does any tank or reflector have any question? Reflectors, just keep in mind there's 2 waves of 2 orbs for a total of 4. Alright, if anyone has any questions on how specifically that works, make sure you ask, right? Okay. With regards to mechanics, could I explain that? Sure. Did Grizzly call out a reflect? Did I miss that earlier? Alpha. Okay, so you're doing alpha, it looks like. Wait. Are you doing alpha? I see Boodles called it first. Let's deconflict that. Who's reflecting alpha? Because I saw Boodles call it first, and then, yeah. Okay, let's do this. Since Grizzly, are you new? Or new-ish to reflecting, yeah? Alright, yeah, if you want to reflect, that's fine. We don't have to fight over it. So let's say, Grizzly, you're going to reflect alpha. Okay. So when it's time to reflect, that's at the end of the fight when the 4 bosses come out. They show up on the corners, right? Your job near that, I'll try to give you guys a heads up as reflectors. I'll start saying, like, start going towards where your reflect spots are going to be. So if you take a look at that diagram on Raid Text Chat and Discord, Grizzly, there's a bunch of, like, orbs inside of a circle. You want to pay attention, since you called Alpha, you want to pay attention to the A/1 orbs, alright? So there's 2 orbs that are in the northwest corner of the arena. That corresponds to this, like, area here next to the 4 marker, alright? So what you want to do is stand on top of one of the orbs, cast Reflect on yourself via the Lost Reflect skill, or if you're using Light Curtain, make sure well, I hope you're using Lost. I'll explain this as if you're using the Lost skill, Lost Reflect skill. Okay, so you're gonna cast Lost. You're gonna target yourself, cast Lost Reflect. You're gonna stand next to one of your 2 orbs. Okay. The spiritual sphere will start casting something. There's going to be an orange circle on the ground. Like, normally you would get away from that, right? But your job as a reflector is to reflect that damage back to the spiritual sphere. So you actually want to stand in it with reflect on your person. Okay, make sure you're not targeting like your tank or like another teammate or even like a mob. Okay, just make sure you're targeting yourself. Cast reflect on yourself. Stand next to the spiritual sphere. Stand inside of the orange puddle. Wait for that orange puddle to go away. As soon as the orange puddle goes away, it is safe to move to the next spiritual sphere, okay? You're going to do that motion again. You're going to wait for the orange marker, orange puddle on the ground to go away. And then that will be your first 2 reflects, right? And there's 2 waves of 2. When the second wave comes out, you go back to one of your aura spheres, or not aura spheres, spiritual spheres. You stand next to it, reflect yourself. Wait for the orange thing to appear and go away. Make sure you're standing in it. And then go to the other sphere, and then same thing. Wait for that to appear and go away. Alright? Does that make sense? Cool, it sounds like you got it. And for our reflectors, if at any time you die before the reflect phase, make sure you report that in Yell Chat so we know that you are dead and we can start thinking about making adjustments, right? So for example, if Grizzly happens to go down, they will say Alpha, reflect, down in Yell Chat, just like that, okay? Please don't say I'm down. Please don't say like healer down. Don't even say reflect down, because you can say that, but there's like 6 possible reflects. We don't know who you are, right? So give us the information that we need to formulate a plan to compensate for your deadness, all right? Alpha reflect down, dispeller down, second north tank down, something like that. Okay, give us the information we need so we can compensate and make up for the fact that you are not able to do your thing. If I see a lot of people dead before the final phase, I'll call for DPS hold so we can use healer LB3 and get people up off the ground. Gunmetal, you would say first north down. Just keep it short as possible. First north down is good enough. And that'll give us the information the first north or fear tank is down. Alright. With regards to mechanics, one thing I want to explain here is the Mystadio style mechanic. If you wiggle check, by the way, don't get AFK kicked. Excuse me, let me take a sip here. Dry air in the desert. Alright, Mystadio style mechanic. If you can recall the Mystadio fight in Orban Monastery, he does a big show of jumping up on that ledge, pointing his sniper rifle at you, and you get a 3/4 circle, right? The opening needs to be pointed towards the source of damage, if you can recall that fight. Same thing happens here, except there's no cutscene, right? The gunner is going to be tanked in the middle by Naofumi. The gunner will give everyone that 3/4 circle. You want to point that towards the source of damage. So the gunner is going to radiate out a queen shot first. So you're going to point your hole towards the gunner first. And then there's one more thing you need to absorb with that safety side. There's going to be turrets, excuse me, lined up along the east and west edges of the map. They're going to be kind of like zippering in interleaving lines, alternating lines, however you want to think of it. You want to be only in front of one. So just pick one, doesn't matter which one you're in front of, but make sure you know which one you're in front of, because after you absorb the queen shot with your safety side, you want to rotate that safety side towards the turret that you are in line with, and then absorb that shot with the safety side. Okay, so gunner first, then turret on the side. All right, and I'll remind you guys mid-fight, just in case you forget. Okay, everything else, just gonna call that out live. That's all I got. Let's go ahead and run ready checks, please. Report when ready. All right, alpha ready. No, it's almost always like a low threat thing. Like this is still like kind of hard content, but it's usually pretty low threat. We're just chill folks playing video games here. Bravo, Delta, and Charlie ready. All teams are ready. Go ahead and pop food. Take a bite of your smoked chicken, moquecas, garlic pizza, pop toast salad, caviar canapes, caviar canapes. I don't know what else. Chicken ratatouille. If you guys have a stack of chicken ratatouille somewhere, that's good too. Or pumpkin ratatouille. I don't know. I forget what it is. Eggplant, the baked eggplant. I don't know. As time goes on, I'm gonna forget what the food was. All right. Anyway, all tanks, go ahead and turn your tank stance on. Tank stance check. All tanks, turn your tank stance on. We are going to fight for threat because we have a living, breathing duelist here. Stand by for countdown. 30 on the board. Let's go. All tank stance is on. At the end of this countdown, we're just going to go immediately into AE spam user. Lost actions right away. Don't wait until they come back. That way we can have all kind of like a roughly the same timer here. Okay, I guess we're starting. Let's go. Use your lost actions. Someone did a little jump the gun right click thing there. Alright, Ray Y going out. Please mitigate for your teammates. Just ignore that countdown because we're already in combat. I got one. Alright, tank stance is off. Tank stance is off. Alright, let's get the soldier to the wall. Alright, there we go. Thank you for dragging it down the wall. Alright, we are in yellow steel sting. Yellow steel sting. Give Hex 1 and Hex 2 yellow steel sting first, then everyone else. Otherwise, we are not holding threat. Keep in mind both targets have to die at the same time. Knight is currently behind. First bomb mechanic is Shield Omen. This is a knockback mechanic from the center. Don't get knocked into the death wall. aim yourself 45 to 90 degrees from the approach of the knight. If you are tethered, you want to get knocked into small bomb. No tethers, tethers to small. No tethers to big, tethers to small. Don't get knocked out of the arena. 45 to 90 degrees from the approach of the knight. Tethers to small. Tethered folks, you're going to land first. When you land, run to a bomb that just exploded. Wait for the second explosion to hit. Clear. Get back in the fight. Critical rolls. If you died, please say something. Warrior is boosting. Please dispel the warrior now. Let's even up the HP. Ray by going now. Please mitigate for your teammates. Alright, good job. We're alive. Give FOP to Shikyo Steel Sting, please, whoever's in FOP's team. Alright, coming up next is Tethers to win, followed by Find the Safe Corridor. So if you get tethered, you will be going to Swirly Wind Puddle. If not, Sparkly Gravity. Check yourselves now. If you're tethered, you're going to Swirly Wind Puddle. Tethers to wind now. Knight is casting Sword Omen. We're going to find the safe corridor and go away. I suggest you move towards the middle first, pop sprint, and then go away south, far south, far south. Alright, where is boosted now? Please dispel the warrior. Raid wide going out. Make sure you're using your last action. My 2 minutes just came off cooldown. Alright, Buster on tanks here in a few seconds. Alright, repeated mechanics, starting with a possible color change. Spellforgers, maybe get ready to cast, I don't know. Alright, we are remaining in Steel Sting, no action required, thank goodness. Knight is a little behind. Let's get the Knight caught up. Remember, they need to die at roughly the same time, like 5 seconds. It's a 5-second window. Alright, even it out, even it out. We're not going to see the next mechanic. Alright, Steel Sting Spellforge no longer required. Good job. I will pull the soldier to the wall here, gunner to the middle. Alright. Okay, again, they need to die at roughly the same time. Here we go, first gunner mechanic. Small balls will turn the frogs. Follow the frogs one jump, they will create a safe spot between them. This is the first of the 2 Mystario mechanics. So you're going to get to the safe spot first. Safe spot is towards 1, towards 1, towards 1. When you're in position, aim your opening towards the gunner in the middle. Right now. Gunner in the middle. And turret on the side. Clear. Get back in the fight. Critical rolls. If you died, please say something. Buster on tanks. Alright. Raid Y going out. Okay. Make sure you're using your last action. My 2 minutes just came off cooldown. I'm going to use my potion here. Alright. Coming up next is turrets. So please kill these turrets. They're gonna come out. Please kill them as quickly as possible. I'm not gonna call for like a priority or anything. Just kill them both. Whoa, spam regret tool. Okay, invuln this. Just kidding, never mind. Kill the other turret. Ray White going out. Please mitigate. I got 2 benedictions. Alright, hot or cold coming out, just like Castrum. It's hot, it's pyretic. If it's cold, you keep moving. Stand by for the call. Alright, keep moving. Do not stop to cast. Do not get locked in an animation lock. Move, 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 move. Keep moving, keep going, 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 going. And clear. Good job. Critical rolls. If you died, please say something. Reflectors, I highly suggest you slot in your Lost Reflect if you haven't done that already. Go ahead and slot that in now. Continue DPSing down the bosses. Alright, actually, stop DPS at 4%. Let's build up some LB gauge. Alright, stop DPS now. Alright, untethered soldiers are at 4 and 2. They're going to jump 2 times. They're in the safe spot. That's the first jump. They're at Alpha and Delta. 1 more jump. Both north. Go north. Safe spot is up north. Aim your opening towards the gunner in the middle first. Turret on the side. Alright, continue doing no damage. Reflectors, if you're on the ground, please say something. Raid wide going out. Please heal your teammates after this goes out. Buster on tanks. Buster's coming out on tanks. Alright, we're holding DPS to build up LB gauge. Okay, that's why we're waiting. Just in case we lose a bunch of people to like missed reflex and stuff. So just chill out. We're just having a little party here. Don't get AFK kicked during fight. So we're gonna see this mechanic. It's just normal mode turrets, then hot or cold. So don't get shot by any of this stuff. And kind of pay attention, because you'll see this again at the end of the dungeon. Alright, keep moving. I see Porton, keep moving. Don't stop to cast. Don't get locked in an animation lock. Do not use your healer LB until I call for it. Okay, go ahead and kill bosses now. Raid by going out, kill bosses. Reflectors, get ready to get into position. I'm gonna try to call LB like at the very, very end here. Alright. Tank stance check. Chain 1, target to ignore 1. All other tanks off. DPS split up north and south. Kill these aura spheres north and south. Reflectors, go ahead and do your thing. There are 2 sets of reflects coming up. So here's the first set. Alright, don't get parried, don't get deflected. Sometimes we lose people just like that. Alright, number 2 tanks, turn your tank stance is on. Okay. Let's not kill that ethereal ward there. What is it? Southwest, yeah. Second, North Aura Sphere. Second Aura Sphere is coming out. Reflectors, get back in position. Alright, kill these Aura Spheres. DPS split up north and south. There's no DPS up north, I think. Alright, healer LB3 now. Healer LB3 now. Kill these ethereal wards. Healer LB3 now. Kill these ethereal wards. Quickly. Don't get parried. Don't get reflected. Alright, good. Woo! Anyone dead? Did anyone die? No? Did we just do a perfect Queensguard? Alright. 0 deaths. Everyone's alive at the end of Queensguard. No one made any mistakes. Good job. Alright. Loot your 2 chests here. That second chest is always courtesy of your duelist. Today's duelist was Syntax Error. So that hand token that you got from your second chest, go ahead and take the hand token and use it to clap. For Syntax. Thank you, Syntax, for getting everyone their hand token. Go ahead and move on to the next encounter, which is the Phantom. This is technically a trash fight. However, with regards to lost actions, feel free. I'll say it like that. Feel free to use your lost actions for this fight. Don't slot in anything new, okay? Reason being is that you are going to most likely lose something for the for TA. Alright. So let's hug the wall, and I'm gonna say go to 1, but I know we have some contrarians out here. They like going to 4. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. You're just be ready to be wrong. That's all. All right. The thing that happens here, the reason why we're going to 1 or 4, the Phantom will force us to go down either 1 or 4, like one of the columns. So there's just a little tradition that we have here. But yeah, the first thing that happens is a big old raid wide. Let's go ahead and do a ready check. Just make sure no one's like on the toilet or anything. You got sniped by Aura Sphere? Possibility. It's like that last phase in Queensguard happens like really quick, so I wouldn't be surprised if one of our tanks lost threat. Tank stance check. Only I should have tank stance on at this point in time. All other tank stance is off. Alpha is ready, standing by for Bravo, Charlie, and Delta. Oh, Delta ready, Bravo ready, stand by for Charlie. Excuse me. Does anyone here not know how the stuff after the ad phase works, by the way? Charlie, ready? Okay. Yeah, breaks after this. Well, I'll take a bio break. I'll call for bio break after this. You heard of bio spikes, but have you ever seen it? If you want to, well, if you want to restart, just stand south of the purple line, so you won't be in combat if you wanted to do that. All right. Here, let's go ahead and start the countdown then. So countdown is live. All right, just quick things. Gonna set this one out to restart machine. This fine. This is just a trash mob anyway. No big deal. All right, I'm gonna pull over to 1. I want to see all of our ley lines, salted earths, healer bubbles, earthly stars. Here on 1. We're gonna commit. Oh, okay. We got a anxious puller out there. All right, Raid Wide's going out in a few seconds here. Here, I'll even. All right, we are looking for Circle Donut. What's it gonna be? Oh, we're going for. We're going for. Unfortunate. All right, we are walking. You know what? I always pick the wrong side. Don't fall behind. Don't get ahead of this donut. Here we go. You know what? I picked 4 last time and it was 1. Alright, we're waiting for Charlie to flash one more time. Go to Charlie now. Alright, we're gonna be here for many seconds. Alright, we're waiting for Delta to flash 3 times, then we're gonna go into Delta. In like 15 seconds. But if you want to know how to read this, if you look at the far board, the lit row is going to 5 here. 1, 2, 3. Go to Delta now. We're waiting for 3 flashes on Charlie, then we shall return to Charlie. 1, 2, 3. Go back to Charlie. Alright, time for ads. Healers, please heal up the Misty Wraiths. Everyone kill the Bloody Wraiths. When your current target is resolved, don't assume that other people are handling another target that might be alive still, because they can assume that you're gonna do it for them. All right, one more wave. Okay, once we're done with all this, interrupt the mid. Cool. All targets are being attended to. Good job. Alright, interrupt mid. Do we want it? If you want to see Ice Spike, stop doing damage. How about that? Let's see what happens here. If you want to see Ice Spike, just stop doing damage. Oh, okay. I see a lot of people want to see Ice Spike. Cool. Okay, stop damage. It's probably gonna die to dots, but. Or actually, Nick's gonna kill it, unfortunately. Alright, the way this would normally work is we go to Bravo, and then we would get knocked up to 2, walk with the donut, hang left, and whatever. Okay, anyway, there's traps up ahead. There are traps up ahead. Our sweep 2 is going to look for traps. That is Iron Kaiser. So Iron Kaiser, go ahead and carefully percept up there. Let's check, make sure our teammates are alive. Alright, I think our teammates are alive. Did Quick return to us? I don't see them in the voice chat, so I think they're still rebooting. Okay, mindfully, manually make your way down to TA, and we're gonna do a 5-minute bio. Here, I'll just start the macro now. So 5-minute break. Once you guys get down south, or downstairs rather. Oh, there's no one dead up here. Quick disconnected behind the purple iron, so I don't think he's gonna show up like dead or anything. And he was alive. I'm like 90% sure he's not gonna be dead on the ground, so let's just keep going here. Don't touch any of the traps. If that bears if you need me to say it, don't touch any of those traps, okay? We need some of those traps to advance after Trinity Avowed. All right, so we're taking a 5-minute siesta here. Oh, is now Fumi going to do a courtesy? All right, cool. You do what you need. Oh, be careful of your teammates up there who can't invuln. All right, let me know when Quick comes back to us. I wonder if he is. I guess he's having like computer issues today. Yeah, that's unfortunate. While we're waiting here, if you're just kind of waiting here and not going by or anything, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. We're just chilling out for a second. Reindeer's running battery for physical damage dealers, it looks like. So if you guys know what that's about, you're all Mark Reindeer. What do you normally do here? Something like that? I forget whatever your mark is. Just you can set that up if you want, but yeah, Reindeer is holding a FOP and Excellence for mimicking if anyone wants to do that. Incidentally, you don't have to even be rank 25 to use Lost Excellence if you mimic it. Yeah, I don't know which mark either, so I just wanted to mark you since you're offering. But yeah, that's not something that I normally orchestrate myself. It's not that I have like a, is this good? Yeah, we're alive. We're alive and still moving through the dungeon. This is great progress. Your palms are sweaty. Well, I can't tell you how to feel. I want to acknowledge that it is okay to be nervous, but that said, worst thing that happens today is we lose at a video game, alright? Not that big of a deal. We're just 32 people playing a video game together this Saturday morning, Saturday early afternoon. So that's about the level of stress that I hope you guys are feeling. No more than that, no less than that. And I do want to remind folks that I do allow blind prog in DRS, which might seem surprising, but it's something that I don't want to take away from folks who want to do content unspoilered, especially people going through the game for the first time, right? They don't want to hear like you have to watch the video and like understood all the mechanics before even stepping foot into the dungeon. Like I don't want to do that to you guys, because no one forced me to do that, so I'm not going to force you guys to do that either. So yeah, we're just playing video games here. No need to stress out too much. Yeah, if you have questions, for sure ask your questions, and we'll try to provide you with the information you're seeking. But I hope that we haven't been too like information fire hosing. I know, no knock against like other places that do this, but sometimes like in the name of getting like new folks caught up to speed, like you'll get fire hosed with like walls and walls of like infographics and read this and do that, and it's just like if Yoshi P is not asking us to do that, like I don't want to ask people to do that. So hopefully, like I've tried to keep the requirements to participate down to a minimum of text. I know it's still kind of a wall of text, but it's not like I've got a lot of other things for you guys to read. It's just that one page. And even at that, that's only for the first time. The more times you go in here, like the more experience you get, and you can like deviate from the requirements as long as you're bringing your expected stuff and you're doing what you need to do. Like, that's all I care about. All right, wiggle check has passed. Let's go ahead and run a ready check here. For this particular ready check, we just want to check if our new folks are CT zeros, our DH zeros, so on and so forth. We just want to make sure that those folks are back. Because I'm about to explain a few critical things here. I don't want to be explaining to an empty chair. Alright, Alpha ready, Bravo ready. Quick's back, good. Welcome back, Quick. Delta ready, stand by for Charlie. Still big lag. Is it like network lag, or is it like your computer is slow? I'm not gonna try to like remote troubleshoot, but like there is a difference. Is it just 14? Do you happen to have a red dot in the middle of your screen? No, I'm just kidding. Actually, don't out yourself. Even if you do, don't out yourself. Alright, anyway, let's explain here. Like, I'll just pray that your situation resolves itself quick. Alright, full host plan. Okay, so I'm not gonna do a full fight breakdown here. Back in the day when we were first progging DRS, we used to sit here for an hour, explain each and every mechanic, and then we would pull, and then we would still wipe, okay? The most useful, the most efficient teacher here is just experience. So to that end, those of you here for the first time, I'm not going to do a full fight breakdown. I'm just going to do I'll just explain a few critical things, a few like overarching themes, and then the expectation here is that you learn on the fly. All right, if you get killed by a temperature mechanic, like the first temperature mechanic, and you're dead for most of the fight, that's okay. All right, it's not great, but it's not like the worst thing in the world either, okay? Important thing, don't mentally check out of the fight. Just pay attention to what's going on, even from the ground. There's a lot you can learn, okay? Target the boss, look at your teammates, listen to call-outs, and hopefully the next time you come in here, you'll have more knowledge, more experience to inform your decisions going forward, all right? So all that said, let's talk about Elemental Brand. The first half of this fight, if you can recall the normal mode... Oh, wiggle check, by the way. Don't get AFK kicked. If you can recall the normal mode of this fight, the overhead temperature thing shows up here in this fight as well. For the first half of this fight, first 3 weapon sequences, you want to neutralize your overhead temperature. You want to finish at neither hot nor cold, just 0 temperature. For the second half of this fight, you will be dealing with Elemental Brand. So TA will cast Elemental Brand. After that cast goes out, you're going to get a debuff. Your debuff will have a random temperature. It might say like -2 cold brand or +1 hot brand, some non-zero temperature between -2 and +2. Okay, so really only 4 choices. So you're going to get one of those 4 debuffs, identify what that brand is, and then what you want to do is that by the end of whatever mechanic we're doing, you want to finish with your overhead temperature opposite your Elemental Brand debuff. Now, here's something that I've been recently doing. Pop quiz for one of our new folks. So I'm going to pick a new person here. Rosso Rojo Rouge. So Rosso Rojo Rouge. Let's say you get a Elemental Brand goes out, and you get a debuff of +1 hot brand. Alright, so you got a debuff of +1 hot brand. What do you need to finish with your over your head? If you have +1 hot brand over your head, you finish with what? Just give your best guess. Yeah. Yep, there you go. 1 cold. Good job. Alright, so that's at least one person who knows what's going on here. So But yeah, elemental brand, whatever that debuff is, you want to finish with your overhead temperature opposite your elemental brand. Okay. It might be a little hard to discern it. What I do typically as a mouse and keyboard player, I don't know how to do this with a controller, but like if I can't tell like what it is, I'll just quickly mouse over the debuff and read the tooltip. It'll say there like -1 cold brand or +2 hot, like some temperature. Okay, whatever that is, finish with your overhead opposite that debuff. All right. Quick march. Let's talk about quick march. That will also be in your debuffs. That is 2 squares worth of quick march. Never ever sprint during quick march, and I would say even respect the quick march. When it's about to fire, like 3 whole seconds before it fires, just stop doing your actions, right? Sometimes people will face their character and squeeze in a last like edge of shadow or something, have their character face a weird way, and then they just walk off in a completely unintended direction. Okay, don't let that be you. Respect the quick march. When it's about to fire, like 3 seconds, 3 whole seconds, just face your character, hands off keyboard, let the quick march take you wherever you need to go, and then continue doing your thing. Okay, better to get a little bit of downtime there than to be just dead on the ground because you had the greed in that last OGCD. Okay, but respect the quick march. The first 2 times you see it, you're gonna start on the 3 marker. There you go. The 3 marker, dead center of the arena. You're gonna point that quick march towards the thing that won't kill you. Okay, that's either towards the boulder that will neutralize your overhead temperature, or away from the column of fire, to the safe column, whatever. The 3rd time you see quick march out of 3, you're gonna be in the arrow column. You're gonna use that quick march to march 2 squares into the square where your target arrow will land for that mechanic. Okay, and that's quick march. Combat res, healer LB3, please do not do any of that stuff during temperature mechanics. Okay, please don't res your teammate into a situation they cannot solve because they don't have an overhead temperature. So only res between temperature mechanics. When temperatures are out, no resing. Okay, with regards to healer LB3, I will call healer LB3 halfway through the Gloria Boja between the 5th and 6th mechanics. If that sounds precise, it's because there's like a very small window when we can do that and not kill our teammates. Okay, so wait for me to call healer LB3. Don't just use it on your own, right? Wait for me to call it. Aether Shield. Tanks, go ahead and slot in your first of 2 Aether Shields. Get that ready to go. I think we have a pseudo healer, if I recall. Pseudo healer, go ahead and re-up your Lost Cure 4 stacks back to 25-25. It is a bad time to realize you are out of Lost Cure 4 charges when you press it, attempting to heal, and nothing's coming out. Okay, by the time you realize that you are out of Lost Cure 4 charges, you're fumbling around trying to click that Lost Finds Holster button. You're fumbling around your holster trying to slot in that. Oh, you found your Cure 4, you're clicking it. Okay, your team's already dead by that point. Okay, so just go ahead and re-up 25 out of 25 and don't worry about it mid-fight. One less thing to worry about, rather. Okay, let's go ahead and run. Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and run ready checks and report when ready. I guess John is doing a phone thing. Are they just out of voice? It looks like they're just out of voice. Well, it might be can he do the mechanics by himself situation. Yeah, you guys don't need call outs, right? You don't need call outs. You guys have done this so much, you do it by heart, right? No, I know. We'll wait for it. Just don't indicate readiness if he's not saying he's ready. All right, Alpha ready, Delta ready. Standing by for Bravo and Charlie. Is there an ugly sweater glam in this game? They don't have that tradition in Japan, do they? Charlie ready, stand by for Bravo, I think. Yeah, standing by for Bravo still. We need to start a petition for ugly sweater. Glam. Something with a very gaudy design. Yeah, maybe. That might be it. That might be the play. Or maybe wear like Halloween glam. I don't know. Wiggle check, by the way, don't get AFK. Did my wiggle check fire? I think it did. Yep. Don't get AFK kicked. Alright, who are we waiting for? Bravo? Yeah, Bravo. Okay. What was that? There was like a Halloween glam from like last year or the year before. The dad figure of the Ghoul family.
Yeah.
Like you got his glamour or whatever. That might be a candidate. I don't know. Maybe that's a little too Halloween. Yeah, there we go. Papa Gruff. That's right. I'm trying to think of like ugly glams. Like that's the thing that came to mind. I'll try to dye something like milk orange. I feel like that's a good base for ugly glam. Milk orange and like lavender purple. While you wait, you can look at everyone being mean to me and share your what? Did you share something? Hold on, I want to see this. Yo, no one's being mean to you. What are you talking about? That's great, by the way. Did you draw that? That's nice. Oh, did you draw that just now? Like in 5 minutes? That's great. You started at the beginning of the run? That's awesome. John's back? Cool. Welcome back, sir. Alright, let's go ahead and run ready checks again, because some other folks might have walked off. Let's go ahead and reassert readiness. Delta ready, Alpha ready, Bravo ready, stand by for Charlie. If you need shell, by the way, make sure you're behind the purple line. Oh, I should have got. Okay, I got shell. Never mind. Yeah, make sure you get shell. Get behind the purple line if you need shell. If you don't need it, or if you already have it, get in front of the purple line so it's easier to target the people who need shell. Charlie, ready. All teams are ready. Go ahead and pop food. Take a bite of your smoked chicken plus your late Shadowbringers or further food. Anything, as long as it gives Vit and your main stat. Good enough. Alright, tank stance check. All tank stances off except for myself for Not a Victory. Stand by for countdown. 30 on the board. Alright. T8 is hard, not impossible. Don't psych yourself out of the win. If you happen to take an early death, just stay calm. Pay attention to what's going on the field. Try to learn as much as you can, okay? Especially our new folks, your main objective here is to survive and kill the fight, but your secondary but also equally important objective is to learn as much as you can. We still want to win, but yeah, second objective, make sure you win. Alright, let's go tank stack up front. We're going to stack and share a buster. Make sure you're using your potions last actions up here. Alright, stack and share that. If you're not a tank, stand clear of the north. Alright, return to your teammates. We are going to Aether Shield. Heavy mid. Alright, good job. Alright, 3 random weapon sequences are going to come out. It's going to tell us, okay, down front, down front. Get in front of the boss. She is facing north. Okay, next is going to be behind or out. Cast your Spiz range from position for both. Without. Go away from the boss. Without. Alright, flash, go away. Alright, and then stay behind the Bosch. He's gonna adjust northward a little bit. Alright, stay behind the Bosch. He's facing north. Oh, I lost threat. Whoops. I got it. Don't worry. Alright, tank stack up front. Don't pop mitigation just yet. Everyone take a look at your quick march debuff. I am spamming my unmanned. Alright. Stack buster, stack and share. Alright, point your quick march away from the column of fire. I got it. We are going to Bravo in 3. Respect this. 2, 1, Bravo now. Now. Okay. We got some firewalkers. If they happen to re-raise out there, try to rescue them out if you can. Focus on your own survival heroes. Alright, take note of your overhead temperature. There's no other gimmick happening here. Arrows are coming out. Find the arrow, trace it out yourself. Move to where your arrow is going to land. Arrows are resolving in 4, 3, 2, 1. Shooting. And contact. Stack on boss, stack on boss. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of dead people. Alright. Aether Shield. Heavy Mitt. If you come back to life, make sure you pop a re-raiser. Alright, I have it face towards 3. I think the next is sword, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, get in front. Get in front of the boss. She's face towards 3. Get in front of the boss now. If you died and came back to life, use a blue feathery razor. Okay, she's gonna move on her own between 2 and 3. This is a full downtime mechanic. Don't start any new bursts. Take note of your overhead temperature. You want to neutralize that overhead temperature by the end of 2 sets of slashes. I will call out a safe spot. Your job is to go north, south, east, or west only of that safe spot into the sword slash of your clone. Your first safe spot is 1, so from 1, look for the clone you need to get hit by and go north, south, east, or west only to get hit by that clone. Alright, your second safe spot is 2. If you still need to get hit, north, south, east, or west of 2. Diagonal to 2, not correct. That is 2 sword slashes. Alright, stack on boss, stack on boss. Alright, Aether Shield, heavy mitt. Cure Forecasters, try to help out with the healing here, since your Cure 4 does a lot of healing. Okay, what's next? I think it's without, right? Yep, without. Go away from the boss. Without. Go away from the boss. Go away now. Flash. Alright, stack on 3, stack on 3. This is going to be a quick march to a boulder that will neutralize your overhead temperature. So take note of your quick march overhead temperature. You want to neutralize that by the end of this mechanic. Take note of your quick march. Alright. Rocks are coming down the corners. Stand on 3. Healers, please heal us up when this hits. Alright, point your quick march. Respect this. We are marching in 3, 2, 1, march. Alright, stack on boss, stack on boss. Okay, Aether Shield, heavy mitt. In addition to your Aether Shield, make sure you're doing like another mitt on top of that, okay? Aether Shield alone won't do it. What's next? Yep, okay, get behind the boss, you move to 3. Alright, from this point onward, we are now dealing with elemental brand mechanics along with overhead temperature stuff. Alright, Unseen Eye coming out from the Charlie marker. Oh, I saw a provoke there. I'll provoke that. Okay, avoid Charlie, Unseen Eye. Inner Cardinals are safe. Pop sprint, wait for the orange to go away on the ground. Go to Bravo now. Go to Bravo now. Okay. This is a hard one, okay? Pay attention. But also try to chill out. Alright, take note of your overhead temperature. That's part 1. Now take a look at your elemental brand debuff. Think about what you need to be hit by. You might already be balanced. Okay, that's your quick march. That is 2 squares worth of quick march. I'll call for a DPS hold at 5% by the way. Alright, arrows are coming out. Find your arrow, trace it out, get 2 squares away. We are marching in 3, 2, 1, march. Hold position. Alright, stack on boss, stack on boss. Tanks against the wall. Alright, Aether Shield, heavy mitt. Tank stack against the wall. We're gonna stack and share a buster, and then I'll flip her around after this goes out. Make sure you mitt. Okay, you're gonna flip around to get in front of the boss. We're gonna hold, yeah, let's hold damage at 4%. Down front, get in front of the boss. Assuming you might get hit. 5%. 4%. Okay, stop damage now. Stop damage now. We're just gonna walk this out. Take note of your overhead temperature. Take note of your elemental brand. Think about what you need to be hit by. You might need to be hit twice. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna call out a safe spot. First safe spot is 3. So from 3, move north, south, east, or west to be opposite your elemental brand debuff. You might need to get hit 2 different times. Okay?
Oh, I need to get it again.
Your second save spot is 4. If you still need to get hit, your answer is north, south, east, or west of 4, diagonal to 4. Not correct. Alright, warm up your last actions. Alright, burst now. And healers. Healer LB3 now. Aether Shield. Heavy mitt. Healer LB3 now. Get your dead teammates off the ground. Alright, we'll res the dead. That's fine. Looks like there was almost a full party wipe. Yeah, I'm not holding raid DPS for the 6th mechanic. Holding it for sword pattern was already like a risky call for me, but yeah. Normally I don't hold DPS at all at TA just because it kills too many people. Alright, we're not going ahead, just chill out here once everyone's alive. And then coming up next, I'm going to ask our new folks, once we're all alive, I'm going to ask our new folks to go somewhere. Oh, good job, Zohar. First no death at TA, read all the mechanics, did them correctly, good job. Becoming more powerful. That indeed you are. Alright, still working on some deaths. Trying to get Boodles off the ground. Make sure you loot your chest at the north end of the arena, but don't go ahead, okay? We're not going to the Queen just yet. Alright, I'm gonna remind you guys, healers, make sure you're following the res protocol. Just advisory note there. Okay, we're still not going ahead. I am tracking that everyone is alive. New folks and whoever else wants to participate, please head south. We are going back to the room with the traps. And we're gonna hug up on this pink trap at the back of the room. Who's our sweep 3? I think our sweep 3 is a new person, right? Duke Ambrose? Okay. Alright, all of our new folks and whoever else wants to participate, please hug up on this pink trap at the back. Don't actually jump on it. We'll get real close to the back here. Alright, on the count of 3, I'm going to ask all of you to jump on it, and we're going to hold a foot race. Okay, we're going to race. The first person to get across the jump pad behind the TA arena and squeeze through the gate on the other side. We're not going to the Queen, we're just going to go straight into that gate, right? So on the count of 3, go ahead and jump. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Alright, who's going to be the winner? Who's going to be the winner? I see Zapyre up front, Luna Des, Duke Ambrose up front. Our dancers, our movement tool abusers are in front. Nice. But who will be the victor? There can only be one.
That's a lot.
Also, there's traps up ahead. Just FYI say. Alright, there can only be one. You gotta squeeze into the gate here. Who's it gonna be? Fopto's in front. Oh, Luna came up front, but you still gotta get through the gate. And it's Rosso Rojo Rouge with the steal, the upset. Good job. Alright, take a few steps in and open the gate for everyone here. There you go. Alright, Duke Ambrose is going to be spamming Lost Perception down here. So Duke, go ahead and slot it in. And you're going to reveal... Stolen. You're going to reveal 2 traps here. Just be very careful and don't outrun your own trap sweep, okay? So Duke Ambrose is going to scan for traps here. There's the first one. There's one more in front of the other door. Just keep spamming it, Duke, just so you don't like accidentally walk onto something. Don't worry about what everyone else is doing. Just find the second trap. There it is, and there's one more on the bridge. One more on the bridge. Again, don't worry about what everyone else is doing. If they blow themselves up, that's on them. All right, cool. Duke, you have done 100% of the duty that you got voluntold to do. So, good job. Wasn't that hard, right? You did it. All right, let's go ahead and we're gonna put some markers here. I would like only 2 reflectors, only 2 dispellers because we are pretty low on healers. So let's just have 2 reflectors, 2 dispellers. You know what? No, wait. We have 4 teams, right? Let's get 3 of each. 3 reflectors, 3 dispellers for a little added redundancy here. And then we'll go 2 and 2 for Queen. And then tanks, hug the wall and make your way to a numbered marker. And I think we have a lot of new or newish tanks. So I'll declare this up ahead. Now Fumi and I will be solo sweeping. Every other tank, just hug the wall. Pick 2 or 4. Now Fumi will take 1, I'll take 3. And now Fumi, do you know what to do for a self-sweep? Or do you have an idea at least? Yeah, okay, so you're gonna secure threat. It's a little complex, which sounds scary because if a tank fucks up here, we probably wipe, but maybe not. It's not like an immediate thing. But yeah, your job as a cell sweeper, there's gonna be an ad that shows up, right? So you turn your tank stance on, you provoke that ad, bait it out to the outside. You're gonna be walking by yourself to 2. You're still gonna get to the 2 marker when the floor turns yellow. When the yellow goes away, wait for the yellow to go away. Pop sprint, hollow ground, and sprint from 2 to 3. When you explode, immediately reverse course and get back into range of your ad. That's how that works. All right? Yeah. Try your best not to have that ad cut too close of a path through the middle. Because if you get too far ahead of it, it will just cut through the middle. And if it gets too close to the middle, it'll tether. And then it's going to sprint right up into your face and choke you. All right. I'm going to pick Aimricken. Why don't you come over to 2? We'll have Leno Sky as tank 4. Aimricken as tank 2. And I'll be solo sweeping from 3. Oh man, I don't have a resistance elixir. I'm gonna ask for a white mage to kind of keep an eye on me here. Where's Zapire, Tia? Oh, there you are. Okay. I'll be sweeping Zapire from 4 to 1. So I'm gonna use like this alpha marker temporarily. So Zapire, if you can kind of like hover around here and just give me like a Benny or something if you see me detonate. Since you're dispelling. All right. Alright, so, yep, thank you. So, yeah, 3 reflectors, 3 dispellers. Thank you. No more than that, because we've got a limited number of healer utility personnel here. Alright, so the way this works are reflectors, dispellers. I think I've seen all of you here. Do you guys need a briefing on this? If you need a reminder on what you need to do, just make sure you say something. But for everyone else, just reflectors, dispellers. When Stigmalock Lord hits 70%, they're going to go into the middle ring and start reflecting a ball of fire, dispelling, and dotting a ball of earth while doing the other mechanics. You do? Okay, Lay. Oh, that's right, Layter. Okay, so your job as a reflector, Lay, you are looking for a ball of fire inside of the inner ring. So when Stigmalock Lord hits 70%, instead of going to like a number like you would as a DPS, you go to the inner ring. So once you're in the inner ring, you are looking for a ball of fire. The first ball of fire comes out right away. You and Ali and Boodles, all 3 of you, will go and move as if you were reflecting the ball of fire personally. Yep, there you go. So there's only 1 ball of fire. Technically, only one of you needs to do it, but move as if you're the only one alive to do the reflect mechanic, because possibly that might be the case, okay? So every time you see a ball of fire, move towards it. If you see a ball of earth spawn right next to you, your ball of fire is on the opposite side of the inner ring. All right? And that's your job. Stay alive, reflect the ball of fire. Any questions? Yeah, pretty simple on paper. Execution-wise, there are some reflects that you have to do while standing in the notch. You can still reflect if you stand close to the ball but in the notch. Specifically when like the devastating bolt comes out, it's gonna force you to go into the notch, but your ball of fire might be like flashing already. So you can reflect while you're in the notch, just be advised. But I think that's the trickiest part about reflecting. Alright, cool. Dispellers, dispel ball of earth. I think all of you are good. Jevia, are you good on dispelling? Or do you need a briefing on what you do? It's similar to reflecting, except you're just dispelling the stone skin off of a ball of earth. You don't even need to be next to it. Okay, cool. Alright, yeah, if any of you guys have any questions, make sure you ask. Do we have 7 tanks? I thought we only had 6. If we have 7, then I'll take a... Or actually, no, I'll give a volunteer to Naofumi at 1. So Naofumi's not by themselves, and they don't have to self-sweep. Okay, cool. You want to self-sweep? Okay, Gunmetal, you're coming with me to 3 then. Cool. Alright, let's talk about tank stuff, because this is a tank-heavy fight. You're not so much tanking anything, you're not getting hit, but you are controlling aggro of ads. Okay, that's the big thing that you're going to do here as a marked tank. Alright, this is mainly for marked tanks, secondary for unmarked tanks. Just unmarked tanks, be advised, you might have to hop in and take over immediately if your marked tank partner happens to die for some reason, which is reasonably likely. This is a kind of a technical fight here, so just pay attention. All right, so the way this works, our marked tanks 1, 2, 3, and 4 are going to be ad baiters of primary responsibility. Yeah, wiggle check, by the way, don't get AFK kicked, those of you standing near the entrance. Alright, so our marked tanks 1, 2, 3, and 4 at the ad phase, at the start of the ad phase, when Stigmalock Lord is damaged and at 70%, he jumps to the middle, becomes untargetable, okay? At that point in time, all tanks are to go to the marker that they're standing on right now. So if for some reason you're forced to dodge away from the Stigmalock Lord, specifically if it does a 1,000 ton swing and like it's approaching 70%, please don't dodge away from your assigned area. Okay, you want to dodge towards your marker, like you do at the 2 marker. You want to dodge towards the 2. You 2 at the 4 marker, dodge towards the 4. Okay, please don't dodge in the opposite direction of where you eventually have to be. All right, so to continue, when Stigmalock Lord hits 70%, all tanks will go to their assigned tank spots. Numbered tanks will turn their tank stances on 1, 2, 3, and 4. You are going to there's going to be an ad that shows up on those markers that I put inside of the inner ring. you are to provoke that ad from the outer ring from your number. All right, you provoke that ad. Don't let it actually touch you. Okay. You are to turn your tank stance on, provoke, and spam your threat tool. That's your unmanned shield lob, lightning shot, tomahawk. Spam, spam, spam. Keep spamming your unmanned shield lob, lightning shot, tomahawk, and that's all you do for the ad phase. Okay. Spam your threat tool, pull your ad out. It's gonna walk towards you to the outside. You want to bring that out to the outer ring, but you don't want to let it touch you. Okay, don't let it auto attack you. 2 auto attacks and you'll be on the ground. All right, 2 auto attacks, you'll be on the ground. So bring it out to the outer ring, and once you start getting that feeling of nervousness, like, oh, am I about to get hit? That's a good time to start rotating it to the left. Okay. Keep your ad in motion. We're gonna be walking clockwise around the outer ring. It'll be going very slow as long as it's not tethered to the middle or not tethered to one of its like nearby ads. It'll walk slow. Okay, so that's the key to this working. Spam your threat tool. Continue spamming your threat tool as you're walking your dog clockwise around the outer ring. Unmarked tanks, you are also going to spam your threat tool, but try not to steal threat. Okay, try not to steal threat. Just spam your threat tool so that if your marked tank dies, you're second on the threat list and you'll take over pulling, right? So once we start moving about 2/3 of the way to the next marker, the floor will turn yellow. That's entrapment that's about to come out. What that is there's going to be a random trap. So when you see that yellow, just immediately move to the next marker. So those of us here on 3, me and Gunmetal, we're walking towards 4. When the yellow goes out, we go to the 4 marker immediately. Okay, those of you on 4, you go to 1. Those of you on 2, you come over here to 3, so on and so forth. Okay. Wait for the yellow to get bright, and it'll go away. Once it goes away, unmarked tank is going to pop sprint, invuln, and run the next quarter lap. So Gunmetal, you're going to be sweeping from 4 to 1. Selvaria, you're going to be sweeping from 1 to 2. And who is this on 2? Iron Kaiser, you're going to be sweeping for aim from 3 to 4. And then now Fumi is sweeping for themselves from 2 to 3. All right. Once you've done that, once the unmarked tank has done that maneuver, you should only explode 1 time. There's going to be a trap in that quarter lap. Make sure you sweep that trap. You're going to explode. Make sure you have your invuln on, right? You, like, from your marker, you pop sprint, invuln, and run the next quarter lap. Okay, that's how you resolve that trap. So once you've exploded, return to your tank partner and work on staying second threat. Okay? And that's it. Any tanks have any questions? All right. Now to explain what everyone else does here. So for everyone else, this is the picture that I put in Raid Text Chat is for everyone. But this is going to be associated with the explanations I'm about to give here. So for everyone else who's not assigned something specifically, you are to stand on the 1 marker until the first debuff of concern comes out. Once you resolve your push-pull debuff, you leave your 1 marker kind of spread out around the outer ring, okay? So, as I mentioned earlier, tanks are going to do stuff. You guys are just going to watch from the 1 mark. Well, not just watch, but you guys are going to stand on the 1 marker. If you are a caster, Fizz range, feel free to engage. Use your burst. Save your burst for the ad phase. So when we start the Sigma Lock board, please don't like blow it up. Get us to 70% real quick, and then we have to like slow burn the ads. Okay, you want to save your juice. You want to save your special sauce for the ads. The main boss doesn't really do that much. Just the ad phase that matters. So blow it up. If you're a caster Fizz range, just blow it up from 1. If you're a samurai, NP. If you're a ninja, you are throwing your daggers. If you are a reaper, you're doing your reaper thing, your ranged reaper thing. I don't know what that is. Vipers, you chuck your 2-headed sword thing. Monks, you cannot throw your hands. So you have to put your hands in your pockets and just chill out on the 1 marker. All right. But the point of all that is to say that you are to stay on the 1 marker until the first push-pull. So you're going to see tanks do stuff. Please don't run up to those tanks. You're going to see another tank coming from your right. Please don't run up to that ad and start punching it. Because pretty soon there's going to be traps on the quarter laps of the outer ring. We don't want you getting caught up in that, okay? Often often I will see a DPS who disregards this instruction, just chilling out here on the between the numbers, be like, yeah, I'm gonna get uptime, punch, punch, punch. And then the yellow floor shows up and then goes away. And before they realize it, they're running to the one and then they blow themselves up on the trap. I see it all the time. Please don't let that be you, okay? Just chill out on the one marker until it's time to, until your first push pull. Once you do your push pull, then you can leave, okay? So speaking of push pull, take a look at raid text chat. Oh, wiggle check, by the way, don't get AFK kicked. Speaking of push pull, take a look at raid text chat. I just put a picture there. Renata Victory, I just put a picture there of the pictures of the 2 debuffs that you will get. You're gonna get one of those 2 debuffs. What that means, what you need to do is stand on the correct side of your notch. Okay, so I'm gonna take this one marker out for a second. You see this notch here on the ground? The length of this notch is the exact distance of the push or pull. So if you get the debuff with the lions, that is a pull effect. You want to start on the back lip, and then you're gonna get pulled across towards the Stigma Lock Lord. That length, okay? If you get the debuff with the pink cloud, due getting knocked back, that is a pushback effect. You want to start on the inside and get pushed out, okay? Line is pull in, pink cloud is push out. The length of the push and pull is the length of this notch. All right, the first time you get that debuff is gonna resolve in like 3 seconds. So as soon as you get that debuff, you need to stand on the appropriate side imminently, and then hopefully you stay on the correct side and you get pushed or pulled as necessary. Okay. Now it's easy to be like, oh, it's just 2 debuffs. How hard could this possibly be? Well, it took me like 5 deaths from this specific mechanic to really internalize. Thank you, Ali. To really internalize how this works. So to help you guys, especially new folks, internalize quickly what the debuff means and where to go, there's a mnemonic. If you get the debuff with the Lion Stigma as Stigma Lock Lord, is slurping spaghetti. Slurp, you're getting sucked in. Or maybe you're drinking a bucket of pho during trick or treat, I guess, according to that picture Ali just put in raid text chat. But yeah, debuff with lions, you're getting pulled across from the back to the front, okay? You're getting slurped in by the Stigma Lock Lord. If you get the debuff with the pink cloud, that is a pushback effect. Stigma Lock Lord is blowing out cigar smoke, rudely blow. Okay, you're getting blown out to the back, right? So lion is pull in, pink cloud push out. Make sure you're on the appropriate side of your notch to resolve that, okay? And that's it. If anyone has any questions, please ask. Otherwise, all teams go ahead and run ready checks and report. Alright, Bravo ready. Charlie ready, Alpha ready. And Delta is ready. All teams are ready. This is not an enraging fight, but go ahead and pop food. Go ahead and pop food, because the ad phase is pretty dangerous here. Again, we wanted to slow burn the Stigma Lock Lord. Please don't blow it up with your high damage 2-minute openers and your lost actions. Save your juice, save your special sauce for the ad phase. It is the ad phase that's dangerous. All tanks, go ahead and deactivate your tank stance for now. Our numbers 1, 2, and 4 tanks are going to turn their tank stance on when the ad phase begins. Okay, I'll tank this boss. Stand by for countdown. 30 on the board. Just kidding. For real now. Okay, there we go. Alright, I'm going to aim Tank Buster up north. Gunmetal, just stand clear of that. It's like the first thing that happens, so... It's just like for like a few seconds, so no need to go too far. Remember, you don't want to go too far from the 3 marker. Tracking, Fopta has GDP. Where's that? 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna aim, but oh man, I saw Picto do some stuff here. Alright, aiming a Buster up north. Get inside the boss hitbox. Get your arms length sure cast ready. Arms length sure cast now. Alright, easier to dodge this if you're up close. That's why I have you guys go in. Alright, dodge a triple whack. 80%. 79. 77, 1,000 ton swing is about to come out. 74, get away from this. This is 20 yards, untelegraphed circle. Go away. Alright, we still need to do a little bit more damage here. 71. And 70. Get in position. Numbered tanks 1, 2, and 4. Turn your tank stances on. Provoke the ad. Bring it to the outer ring. You are not to punch it. Alright, start rotating clockwise around the outer ring. Don't let that ad touch you, okay? Unmarked tanks. Okay, everyone, get to the next numbered marker. Where's gunmetal? Uh-oh. Alright, I'm gonna self-sweep. I don't see gunmetal here. So Piratia, please look for me. Alright, I'm just poisoned. That's all it is. Cool. Alright, Lion pull in. Pink Cloud push out. Can I get to a notch? Yes, good. Alright. Alright. Spread out a little bit from one. I don't want you guys all standing there. Get back into a notch. Doesn't matter which side this time. Alright, spread out. There's going to be some puddles. We don't want to block off that entire walkway with puddles. Alright, we're doing good. Just obey mechanics. There's going to be a debuff that comes out soon. It's not going to resolve right away. Just take note of what you got, okay? Good job. One more Stigma Lock monk up. Aim Ricken has it. Okay, get into a notch, get into a notch. Alright. Respect the balls. Don't get close to that ball of fire. Do not get close to the ball of fire. I've seen dragons do that and get themselves murdered. Radio Eye going out. Or I say dragons, but like I've done it too. So I'm not completely innocent of that. Alright, tank stance check. Only I should have tank stance on. All other tank stances off. Take these puddles out to the edge. Take puddles out to the edge. I don't think we need to GDP. I don't see a lot of dead folks. Alright, 1,000 ton swing. Go away, go away. Untelegraphed 20-yard circle. Alright, bring it back to the middle. There's gonna be 6 puddles, 3 at a time. You're a rampart just. Yeah, take all that out. There's gonna be one more set. Take the second set out. Alright, take that second set out. Everyone else stack it up in the middle. We are baiting Crushing Hoof in the middle. Alright, get away from that. You know what that means. Don't dodge into a lightning puddle. Alright, get back to the middle. Whack, whack, whack. Triple whack coming out. Okay, I'm just gonna pull it to the wall here, just so we can get some visibility. I'm gonna ask you guys to stack behind the boss, and when I take the buster, I'm gonna take a buster against the wall here. Once this buster goes out, stack on me after the buster goes out. So stack. Never mind, we're good. There was no dead at all. I thought we had one dead person. No. No, we got them off the ground. Okay. You know what? I'll take it. For all the bad Minotaurs that we've had in like the last 3 months, like we were due for a good Minotaur. Alright, loot your chest. And I guess let's go to the queen. Yo, I'll take it. Yeah, there's a chest right here. Make sure you loot your chest. This is the last piece of prog related loot you're gonna get in this dungeon. Yeah, that's what the re-raise is for. If you came back to life due to re-raiser, that's why you have it on you. That is your insurance in DRS. Nah, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. If you're first time here and you brought like 7 re-raisers and you use all of them, then that's just how it works. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna put some numbers here. This is for our... Do we even have 3 true intervals? I don't know. I see at least the 1 paladin in my party, but... Oh, I see a gunbreaker. What else? I think we might have 1 more pure invuln somewhere. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, pure invulns on 1, 2, and 3. Let's get our Reflectors and Dispellers are healers at least. Reflecting and Dispelling on Bravo and Delta. So Reflectors on Bravo, Dispellers on Delta. Alright, I think the plan here is to I'll invuln the first buster. How about that? Because there's not a whole lot going on there. I can just invuln the first buster, take both hits. But now Fumi can take over after that, and then Iron Kaiser can take the third one. Actually, let's have you switch. I feel like now Fumi has more experience here. At least I've seen you more than Iron Kaiser. Okay. I'll invuln the first one. So with regards to that, okay, I'm gonna invuln the first Cleansing Slash. So healers, please spam heals and Asunas. Asuna's more important than heals, really, because Living Dead being the great invuln that it is, I can heal myself. So spam Asuna on me. Make sure I don't die to the Asuna-able Doom. There's gonna be a Doom after each Cleansing Slash hit. Right, so I'm gonna take the first hit, Asuna me. I'm gonna take the second hit as well, Asuna me from that. Okay, I'm gonna pop all of my personal mids to mitigate the bleed damage. But yeah, I might need some healing even after that. So just keep an eye on me for that. After I take those two hits, I'll tell Iron Kaiser. I'll tell you when to turn your tank stance on and provoke. But you're gonna provoke after that. We're gonna do some more mechanics. You're gonna invuln the Cleansing Slash after the first Relentless Play mechanic, assuming that you're alive. You're gonna invuln that halfway through the Cleansing Slash, pop your Super Bolide, take 2 hits, then turn your tank stance off. Now Fumi is going to take over after that. Now Fumi will provoke. We're gonna do more mechanics, and after Super Chest 2, now Fumi, like immediately when she comes back to the board, she's going to cast Cleansing Slash just halfway through that. Pop your invuln, and then keep the boss at that point. Alright? If any of us 3 tanks dies before taking our invuln, Syntax Error is probably most likely going to be targeted for a threat. So just fight for aggro if you see us dead and like a tank buster is about to come out. Alright, let's talk about Reflects and Dispels. So I want everyone, all of you, even DPS, even the tanks, all of you who have a Reflect or Light Curtain capability here on the Bravo marker. I'm not actually standing on the Bravo marker because I'm rank 15. I don't have Light Curtain. So all of our Reflectors, Reflect capable individuals on the Bravo marker. Yeah. That's what, yeah. All right. Yes. Look at that. All right. You're going to see something like this during the lightning and the lightning orb phase. There's going to be 5 lightning orbs that show up on the field. Your job is, all of you on Bravo, your job is to gaggle reflect a single lightning orb, preferably as close to the queen as possible. But yeah, there's going to be a sovereignty gauge that shows up. When that hits 100, just automatic Light Curtain, Lost Reflect yourself, and then find an orb, stand underneath it, and all of you together should kill it in like one zap. Okay. I'm not gonna guarantee that I'm gonna call out, and actually I'm gonna say I will not call out an orb. So what I want you guys to do as a group of reflectors, just go onto an orb, go underneath an orb, and reflect one. Okay. If you are a reflector and you pick an orb, and then you see everyone else pick a different orb, go walk over to where everyone else is and continue reflecting. Okay. That buff that you have for reflect lasts 10 seconds, 10 whole seconds. You can walk over to where everyone else is and still get some licks in with your reflect, right? But I have that marker, I have this Charlie marker out on the field, because once it's time to reflect, there's going to be 5 orbs on the field in random locations. They are as high off the ground as the letter C in the Charlie marker, and the orb itself, like the visual thing, is as big as the letter C. So look for something like that. It's not like a small dicky thing like in Queensguard or Stigma Lock Lord. Okay, it's not like low to the ground like that. It's very high. It might be inside of the Queen's hitbox just like that. Okay, very hard to see sometimes. So do be advised that that situation might happen, so it might be kind of hard to like pick one. Okay. Those of you just like me who are not capable of reflecting, our job is to not get zapped by any of the 5 orbs at that phase. So just like make sure you have a clear sky over your head, and if you see an orb show up over you or even near you, start walking away from it because the blast radius is pretty big. Right? It's I want to say it's one whole tile. So like for example, if the orb shows up here on the 4 marker, this alpha marker will get touched. Right? It's that big. This okay, well, let's see, like if this alpha marker is where you can get touched, this bravo marker that I'm going to put down will not be touched. Okay? It's like that's how big this will get you killed. This will not get you killed. Alright, dead center will not get you killed. A little bit close to where the orb is will get you killed. It's that big, alright? So just if you're not reflecting when sovereignty hits 100, just take a look over your head, and if you're close to, or if there's an orb right on top of you, just book it, just get away, right? And don't dodge out of an orb just to walk into another orb. I've seen that happen as well. Alright, and then dispellers, just spam your dispels until all 4 buffs are gone. From the queen. There's 4 buffs, just keep dispelling. Assume you're the only dispeller alive to do it. I am tracking that we have roughly 30 minutes in the instance. Alright, so I'm going to put our super chest markers out here. Super chest, let's talk about super chest. So the gist of super chest, you're going to get 2 debuffs. And there's going to be a safe spot that shows up on the field, okay? The possible location of the safe spot is either dead north or dead south, this tile down here. Alright, only 2 choices. So seeing as how you want to finish in that safe spot, well, if you know how to do super chest on your own, you just go do your thing, ignore callouts. I am tracking that we have 30 minutes. So if you're following instruction, if you don't know how to do super chest and you're following callouts, this is how I'm calling it out. I'm using the so-called wall strat, and I'm using the right wall facing the safe spot. So your motion, I'll be telling you where to go based on the sum of your 2 debuffs, right? You're gonna get 2 debuffs, and then I'm gonna say like, you're gonna get 2 debuffs with numbers on them. Okay, add those 2 numbers up, you will come up with a sum of 5, 6, or 7. Based on that sum, I'll be giving directions on where you stand. So, for example, if the safe spot shows up north, you start running south. As you're running south, you're looking at your debuffs. I'm doing the same thing. And maybe I say the following: wall is safe, back is safe. 5's on 2, 6 is in the corner, 7's on delta. And I'll repeat myself: 5's on 2, 6 is in the corner, 7's on delta. At that point, you want to take a look at your debuffs. Add those 2 numbers up. You're going to come up with a sum of 5, 6, or 7. That's what I'm talking about: 5s, 6s, and 7s. Whatever your sum is, that's what I'm talking about, okay? So let's say, for example, to explain the right wall, right? Because I did say right wall facing the safe spot. What does that mean, Mac? Well, let's see. Let's say you're 7s. I say 7's on delta, right? So this is delta. So if you have a debuffs like 3 and 4, you add those up, you get a sum of 7, right? So 7's on delta. You go to the delta square, and then the first of your 2 debuffs shows up over your head. So let's say between the 3 and 4, let's say you get a 4 over your head. So the movement is to the right facing the safe spot. If the safe spot is up north on the, let's say this marker up here, I'll mark it temporarily as alpha. So let's say the safe spot's up there on that tile. As a 7, starting on delta, you would move towards the right wall facing the safe spot. So in this situation, you go to the right wall, 1, and then there's no more like tiles in this direction, right? So you go down the death wall until you run out of dots. Okay, so let's say the first number that shows up is 4. That is the 4 tiles you need to walk. You stop on that 4th tile, wait for the stun. The second number you get will be a 3, because 7 plus 4 is 3. You just walked out the 4, so now you're walking a 3, right? So from that tile, you're gonna go 1, 2, and then 3, and finish in the safe spot. Okay, so right wall facing the safe spot, that's what I'm talking about. Wherever the safe spot is, relative to that safe spot, we are going right. Then when you run out of going right, you go down the death wall until you run out of numbers over your head. Okay. Please pay attention to that number over your head. Don't just like lemming and follow your teammates that are also standing on that number, because they can have a number that's different from yours. Okay. If you do that and you get a red line over your head, that means you went too far. You walked too many tiles. You need to go back. Okay. You have like 3 seconds to correct that. If you don't correct it in time, you're just gonna kill yourself from the doom, okay? Alright, and that is Super Chess. So all my calls during Super Chess are relative to the safe spots, so just kind of keep that in mind. Again, the possible safe spots are either dead north or this tile dead south, alright? Okay, everything else, I'll just call out on the fly. There's gonna be one mechanic where I ask you to stack on me. I want your feet to be on top of my feet. That's how close you should be, alright? Yep, just like Rosso's doing right there, and Duke, just like that. Yep, they're okay. We suddenly wanted to explain. We just suddenly wanted to practice that. There you go. Yeah, good job. That's how close I want you guys to be. All right, cool. That's all I got. Let's go ahead and run ready checks and report when ready. Did I say Knuckle? I meant Renata Victory. My bad. All right, Alpha ready. While ready checks are going out, by the way, I want to say a few things, a few words of thanks. Thank you to our Slime Protect bubbler, Allie Anderson, who had a very stable internet connection today. Thank you very much, Verizon. But yeah, thank you, Allie, for giving everyone Slime Side Protect and Bubble. To our 2 renders, thank you, Bang Energy and Nicholas Kostenberg, for doing Lost Rend on all enraging encounters. Thank you to Syntax Error, our duelist, yet again for the 15 billionth time in the Dawn Trail era doing the duel. But yeah, thank you for doing the duel, getting the duelist buff, giving everyone their hand token, and contributing your excellent duelist damage to all enraging encounters. Thank you to our 2 sweepers, Iron Kaiser and Duke Ambrose, for sweeping for traps before and after TA. Thank you to our 2 shellers, Naofumi Azadi and Small Azumi, giving everyone shell before TA and before Queen here. Thank you to Fop the Shikyo for Flare Star. Thank you to Late Tarek for Banish. Thank you to Fop the Shikyo again for leading Golem side through their encounter. And finally, last but not least, I want to thank who's over here on the left, Leno Sky, Zohar Oranir, Bang Energy, and everyone who decided to take time out of their busy weekend schedule. There's a lot of things going on this holiday season, so you know, of all the things that you could have done, you chose to be here with us in Lego Steppers, with me, Renata Victory, as your host. So hopefully I made excellent use of your time. Alright, Alpha ready, Charlie ready, Bravo ready, Delta ready. All teams are ready for the final time in this dungeon. Go ahead and pop food. Tank stance check. All tank stances off except for Renata Victory, myself. I'll be taking points for the first buster. Again, expect that I will get some Doom to be Asuna after each hit of the Cleansing Slash. I should be able to handle my own healing for the first 10 seconds of that, but after that goes away, just kind of keep an eye on my health. I might tick to death, so yeah, depending on healers for that. And Cure Forecasters help out with post raid wide hits with healing, because your Cure 4 does a lot of healing in addition to your bravery. All right, stand by for countdown. 30 on the board. Yeah, good job. Thank you for being here. There is no DRS without you. I cannot queue into this dungeon by myself or with my like 10 closest friends or whatever. Like, it takes at least 24 people to show up, so it's always a blessing whenever we can meet quorum and get in here. So win or lose, thank you guys for being here. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Lost actions, potions, everything you got. Blow it up. Alright, Aether Shield, Heavy Mitt. So the big raid wide component to this. or bleed component rather. Pure Force help out with the bleed if you haven't already. Alright, murder chest. Hopefully I don't murder the raid with a bad call. Here we go. All the way north is not safe. Second from south is not safe. 3 on the right, 2 on the left. I have a picture in my head. North Swing goes going to force us in the cardinal direction. Where are we going? We're going to the east. Halfway, like back half of this line right here. You can still get some uptime. Back half. Yep, there you go. Alright, we're gonna go all the way to the wall, all the way to the back wall, all the way to the back wall. Middle is not safe, that column is not safe, all the way to the wall. Alright, I'm gonna take a buster here and a few auto attacks. I'm gonna pop all of my mids and in bone just to mitigate the bleed damage, okay? So, alright, I'm gonna take a bunch of hits here. Please assume me now. Assume me now, and assume me one more time. Alright, Iron Kaiser, go ahead and provoke, please. Aether Shield. Good, thank you. Aether Shield, heavy mitt. Alright, good job. Oh, I got 2 debuffs. I got 2 bleed debuffs. I didn't realize they'd double up like that. Alright, cool. Alright. Super Chest 1 coming up. Find the safe spot, go the other way. We're going north. Back is safe. Wall is safe. 5s on Bravo. Up all the way up front. 5s on Bravo. 6s in the corner. 7s on 3. 5s on Bravo. 6s in the corner. 7s on 3. So 5s, if you have a sum of 5 up here on Bravo. 6s in the back right corner. 7s on 3 marker. Alright, walk it out to the 4 column. When you run out of dots, stop moving. If you see a big red line, you need to go back. Yeah, that was like the most cursed like super chest combo right there, like movement wise. All right, finish it up in the safe spot. If you're gonna die in the safe spot. All right, reopeners here with lost actions. It's okay, go, bump it out. No need to rotate it, Iron, just stand with your teammates so they're in range of your like Aether Shield and stuff. Alright, Aether Shield, all mitts, all team mitts, all team mitts. Go, go, go. Alright. Those of you who are not reflecting, start kind of spreading out a little bit. See that sovereignty gauge? Once that hits 100, it is light curtain self-reflect time, okay? 99, 100. Light curtain now, find the orb, reflect it. If you are not reflecting, go away from anything that looks like an orb. Alright, get in the shell, get in any shell that's open. Any shell that's open. Oh my god, we are doing it, good job. Alright, take a look at the numbers area here. Take a look at this gunner, alright? You've done this mechanic before. You're gonna get a Mystario mechanic. It's gonna be gunner, face your hold to the gunner, then the turret. So order of operations, North Swing Glow first. Tethers to wind. If you're tethered, you will be going to swirly wind, then gunner mechanic, alright? So here's North Swing Glow. We're moving, it looks like north. If you were tethered, go to wind. If not, you're going to sparkly lightning. Once you're in position, aim your opening towards the gunner between 3 and 4. Turret on the side now. Alright, Iron Kaiser, you are going to inbone this next thing here. Oh, you are dead. Syntax error is going to take a buster hit. I'm gonna pop all my mitts. Please Asuna Syntax, please Asuna me. Or never mind, Naofumi, please Asuna Naofumi. I'll try to provoke. Okay, I got it. Pop a re-raiser if you came back to life. Okay, hold burst, your burst is coming off cooldown, hold it. She is going away, she's going to disappear. Don't start your next burst and be very sad when she disappears, okay? I'm gonna ask you guys to stack on me for this. And hopefully I do this right. Here we go, where's the knight? Knight is right of corner. Okay, easy pattern. 45 to the right, stack on me here. Okay. Untethered soldiers at Bravo and 1. Alright, on 4. 4. This is the only safe spot in the field. This small triangle right here. Alright, good job. Reopeners here. Potions, lost actions now. Alright, stack up tight. Aether Shield, heavy mitt. Alright, we're doing good for damage. No need to worry here. Okay, we are going into Super Chest 2 here in a few moments. Full downtime mechanic once again. Find the safe spot, go the other way. Alright, we are going north. Wall is safe. Back is safe. 5s on 1. 6s in the corner. 7s on 3. 5s on 1 this time. 6s in the corner. 7s on 3. 5s on 1. 6s in the corner. 7s on 3. Stand by for your first move, Edict. Alright, we're going down the 4 column. When you run out of dots over your head, stop moving. If you see the big red line, you went too far, you need to go back. Alright, get to the safe spot. Doesn't matter what your number is, get to the safe spot. Alright, healers, look with your eyeballs, not with your hands. Take a look at that limit break gauge. Once that hits 3 yellow bars, healer LB3 your dead teammates up. Even if it's just one guy, healer LB3, get him off the ground. We don't want dead body mechanics for this thing that's about to happen. Alright, I'm gonna take the first hit. Can I get another tank to provoke, please? And take the second hit. Gonna get it as soon as. Alright, thank you. Alright, Gunmetal's got it. Gunmetal's got it. Please assume the Gunmetal. Or Nafumi's got it, rather. Yeah, someone's got it. Okay, as long as it's not a tank with a physical form. Alright, stack it up tight. Stack it up tight on me. We're gonna bait this knight into a predictable location. Sword. Okay, so it's going to teleport on us and do Sword Omen. Find the safe quarter. Left. Go away far left. Note the sovereignty gauge. Dodge these normal mode turrets. Sovereignty gauge at 98, 99, 100. Light curtain now. Reflect now. Dispellers, do your thing. Non-reflectors, don't get zapped by a ball of lightning. Alright, get in any shell. Any shell that's open. Continue doing damage. Any shell that's open. Alright, good job. That was really fast kill. That was a really quick kill. You guys are blowing it up. Good job, team. Yeah, alright. Let's get our dead folks off the ground. So if you got other places to be after this, like that's the end of the raid, so thank you for showing up. But if you can spend like 10 minutes, we want to do a few things here. We want to take a picture against the tree in the back, and then we want to do our post clear celebration, just a little small victory thing that we like to do. Celebrate all of our first time clears on LEGO. Even if it's a re-clear for you, if you got your first clear somewhere else, but this is your first time joining us on LEGO Stepper, we still want to celebrate you as well. So we'd appreciate if you stuck around for that, but again, if not, no big deal, and hopefully we'll see you in the future run. Alright? But yeah, go ahead and enjoy that cutscene. You earned it. No one has the right to take that from you. You can watch it. Ugh. Alright, I'm gonna take a picture of our achievements, and then I'll put this. I see someone running up here still. There we go. Alright, G-Post time. So, I'm sure Syntax beat me to it, but I'm still gonna take my record, take my picture, recording all of our clears here on the server. Cool. How many we got today? By my count, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 7 new clears. I might have not captured people who were out of range, but I'm counting 7. Alright, I'm gonna put this in victory lap, and we'll put one more page in the book of wins here on LEGO Steppers. So at least 9. Well, some of those are our first 5-time clears. You get the second achievement after 5 clears, and you get a neat little title as well. All right. Do we have any G poses here? Cool. I'm not seeing any, so let's go ahead and pop out. I'm not seeing any cameras. Let's go ahead and pop out, and we are going to rally at Kraken server Doman Enclave. So flash the gang sign real quick, just in case anyone's standing out here. All right. So what's about to happen here? I would like our first time clears first time clears on Lego, even if it's a reclear for you. If this is your first time joining us here on Lego Steppers, we want to celebrate you too. Okay, we don't want to exclude you just because you got your clear somewhere else. So if this is your first time joining us here on Lego Steppers, go to the main Aetheryte, and if this is a reclear for you on Lego, go to the place and do the thing as was done for you. We are going to do for others. And since I'm on my alt, the northern rice fields are looking pretty dire. I need to give some clear demi materia 3s to the NPC up front after this. You weren't the only one. You weren't the only one. What? With an undeveloped Doman Enclave? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, went back to Gangos? Oh, yeah. Sometimes I do that too, just auto brain. Alright, once again, if this is your first time participating in this, go to the main Aetheryte and wait further instructions. Make sure if this is your first clear, just make sure you get your Cerberus whistle from your achievement window. I thought Duke was here for the first time. Yeah, I just saw your Duke. Go to the main Aetheryte. This is for you, man. Go to the main Aetheryte. We're celebrating you. All of our first time clears on Lego, go to the main Aetheryte and wait further instructions. If this is a reclear for you, go to the place and do the thing. Small me is also not cleaning it. Really? Yo, I like helping out the Domans on all my characters that I develop. I'm also trying to do the Shadowbringer raid series, so Ryan won't grow up by herself in any of my timelines. Alright, is anyone still on the way? I think I haven't finished the Shadowbringer, like the near stuff. I haven't finished that quest yet. I still gotta do the weekly prog. Alright, I'm assuming everyone who wants to be here is present. So that said, those of you at the main Aetheryte, go ahead and mount up on your newly acquired Cerberus mount. Or perhaps not newly acquired, I don't know. But yeah, go ahead and mount up on your Cerberus mount. Find your RP walk. If you're a keyboard mouse player, that is the division symbol over your numpad, the slash key. If you're a controller enjoyer, that is you hold down the B button or the circle button. If you're using the PlayStation style controller. Any way you can make it work. Please RP walk up to the northern Doman Enclave area. Come on up. At RP walk speed. Don't go fast, because the NPC villagers won't see you. They'll just be like, oh, was that a breeze? Anyway. But if you go slow, they'll see you guys and they'll be like, oh, it's these guys again. They're here every week. Stomping all over the northern rice fields, making a mess of the crops. All right, here they come. Those of us here at the waiting area, the reception area, excuse me, are going to jump to indicate applause. Once they cross the threshold here. And we want to say congratulations to Duke Ambrose, Rosso, Rojo Rouge, Grizzly Motaru, Gunmetal Pendragon, Savaria Perry's, Claire Winter Flare, and Victor Arcid. All right, let's bring it in. Dogpile in the middle. Yeah. All right, good job, team. Congratulations on your victory. This is your first time cleared. Congrats on your newly acquired Cerberus mount. That is indeed a 4-person mount if you are not already aware. So the next time, if you happen to be in Bozja, farming up alt job levels or gathering fragments, gathering clusters, whatever, and you whip out that mount, your teammates can ride pillion on the heads. And if anyone asks you where you got that sweet mount, feel free to send them our way to Lego Steppers, because we take everyone. All right, we take everyone. No prior raid knowledge acquired. As long as you can go into DRS, you're welcome to join us on a run. All right. Well, that's all I got today. Good luck to whatever you're doing this weekend. If I don't see you again, have a happy holiday season, whatever you happen to celebrate, and yeah, be well. All right. Good luck to whatever you guys are doing this weekend, and